Woo. Hello. Hello. Wee woo. Hello. Oh, fuck. I completely forgot to log in this light, but it's whatever. Hello. Hello. I know I just started streaming, but I'll have to leave in a bit because I have food waiting on me. So, how's it going? Yeah, my mic is on, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, I am live. Are we? Yeah. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah. Oh, well. Yeah, I started slightly early, just a bit. Oh, well. It wasn't 2 minutes early. If fucking YouTube would fucking cooperate with me. So, hello. How is everyone doing? Now I'm about to, like... Fuck, I have, like, a minute. I have, like, 2 minutes to do my days and just, like... Chat, I gotta go fast. I thought I already did them. Chat. Hello, Ben Batron. We're playing, whatchamacallit. Actually, any news on Chenya? I have not checked to see if I got an update. To be with you, we go way back. We go way back. Every moment is moment. Take my hand. Go way back. Go way back. I have less than a minute to do my dailies. No! Take your time. You know, whenever I hear those words, I always think of the fucking Persona 5 loading screen. You know what I'm talking about? I should put up that, because I fucking like the music. You're gonna listen to it. Y'all can't stop me. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, I mean, y'all are gonna wait regardless. Fuck. Oh, that's the wrong.
お帰りなさいませ。今日はどうされますか？
Oh, well. Yeah. No, I wasn't muted. No. You're hallucinating. I've been talking this entire time. Y'all just imagine shit. Shoosh. Shoosh. A crucial moment was known as the Kuni-Usury conflict. Kuni-Usury conflict, also known as the transfer of the land, which Take Minakata fought in Okuniushi's name and lost. No interpretation or assessment of this loss was inherently wrong. The truth of it was certainly obscured by all the rumors, gossip, and hearsay it spurred. For you see, he placed his full faith in Okuninushi, and that faith shaped him into a mighty warrior capable of holding his own against even 1,000 aggressors. Yet that strength through which he had remained defeated. What? Do they mean undefeated? That is a very different sentence. I have no idea. I don't remember things more than one live stream. In one ear and out the other. The world's judgment is formed entirely by third-party observers. This is exactly how it was in Takamagahara as well. Thus, for one who stood above it all, the ultimate inevitability of the loss should have been clear to see even from a long way off. Yet, Takumi Nakata persisted, thoroughly bolstering himself for the one-on-one battle only to be defeated and his role demanded he be, and so ended the Kuni-Usury. Typo spotted. Chat, take away his balls. His defeat was so bitter, it stuck with him ever since. He's always lamented it as a personal failing. Whoa, you bought cross splits. Whoa. Crossbuds is honestly a really good game. I just did not think its story mode would be half as long as it was. Like, genuinely, why is the story mode like 30, 40 hours? Yet it was through that defeat that the war came to a close. Subsequently, his master was spared and he was permitted to retain a modicum of honor. From an outside point of view, however, it appeared to be indisputable, clear-cut loss from But what about from Takumi Nakata's point of view? He lost his arms in the struggle, and with no other means to defend himself or no one else, he was forced to flee. And it was then he came upon his sacred artifact, the Mishigochi. Those wild dragons from the lake took to him like pets, pouncing upon their master, and became a new power for him to rely on. That's why his arms are wraps. This changed Takumi Nakata forever. If he was transformed into personal growth, the loss of sense would continue that trend, no matter how they came to be or what form they might take. Cool, good for Takumi Nakata. Come on now! What are you trying to pull? Stop defending and fight back already. No, I won't raise a hand against you, because there will be no victory to glean from such an action. Well, I forgot, we're supposed to make him sound like Goku. Takumi Nakata continues to evade Taichikun's punches, sometimes letting them hit him, and other times catching them before they have a chance to land. He focuses on driving him out of the ring, so to speak, as a sumo wrestler would, and when necessary, he feigns a throwdown in order to reposition himself more advantageously. This was effective in keeping Taichikun, whose combat techniques under these conditions are single-minded and predictable, stuck in a harmless loop. In doing so, Takumi Nakata is successfully able to ensure Taichikun maintains a set distance from the rest of you during the entirety of this operation. Taichikun! Hey, it's me, Goku! No, that's not a good Goku voice. Chat, does he ever actually say, hey, it's me, Goku? I know that's like the most iconic Goku line, but does he ever actually say it? I was gonna do a bridge Goku, but I can't even do a bridge Goku. You know what? We'll give him the closest voice I can, and that's Vegeta's. Phone, shut up. Taisha-kun, I know you're stubborn as anything, but you don't really believe that winner takes all nonsense, do you? That's why I plan on making sure neither you nor I pull any finishing moves here. We're gonna keep this going. Takumi Nakata got on the source quickly. Frantically search the dicks. You and Hippolytus continue checking each of the students' seats one by one for anything at all suspicious. Following Masanori's advice, you begin with the desk nearest to where Taichikun is sitting and make sure to check both inside and off the floor. Both inside of and on the floor around them as well. There's no tables. Nothing at all. Just the materials used for flower arrangement, which is exactly what you'd expect to find. If there were any bottle of chemicals we found, it shouldn't be this difficult to spot. Not being a bottle, it could be anything that makes a smell. So what if it's one of the materials? Oh my gosh, someone poisoned our plants! King Hippolytus' lamentations, the possibility occurs to you that you may be narrowing your focus a bit too much. Masanori didn't actually observe any chemicals after all. He identified their presence entirely through smell. Just as this idea comes to you, that's when you see it immediately. Call to Hippolytus. Hippolytus, did you bring that flower here? Honoring your promise not to approach the source of smell should be identified. You leave it up to Hippolytus to confirm your suspicion. The flower in question is on the desk, and he already should have searched, located just beyond where Taichikun was sitting. I already searched this one quite thoroughly and found no chemical. Huh? I don't recall bringing any Jasmine to this workshop room today. Yes, that's it. Jasmine, like the princess from Aladdin? Chat, since I just mentioned Aladdin, what is your favorite, like, Disney movie? Well, just go with broad. Fuck it. Disney movie, all of them. Fuck it. I don't give a shit. Hippolytus locks eyes with you and then confidently makes a proclamation. This is it. This is the source. It definitely has an unnatural scent to it. That was the voice we were giving to Hippolytus. Whatever. We'll figure it out. Because I am Lion King. And he then carefully picks up a beautiful white flower from the materials on their desk, gently transfers it to a specimen bag, and hermetically seals it. Oh, that's one problem taken care of. Now we just gotta figure out how to snap Taishi-kun back out of his senses. Oh, and am I good to breathe through my nose now? I've been in real pain breathing through my mouth all this time. Let me tell ya. Wow. Takumi takes a brief moment to expel air from his nose, rocking the tissues out of his nostrils before jumping right back into keeping Taishi-kun at bay. What did you call Volk? Takumi Nakata, I believe, will gain his senses rather quickly once he affects the toxin completely out of his system. Wow, you haven't ever watched Disney? You ain't watched no Disney? That's fucked up. If you recall the events of the first day, the students who'd gone berserk recovered very quickly, no? Snorri, standing in the doorway to the room, calls out to Takumi Nakata. I don't remember it that well, but if you say so, I'll believe you. Just like that, the match will be caught, I guess. As this is all going down, Krampus and his eager followers continue running circles around the Sedagai Academy. Good job. Wait, why am I ever jogging again? How much I've been running? My heart is racing. Wait, I've been running? Last I can remember, we're all getting ready to do flower arranging in the workshop. Hey, do you know what's going on? Or spell their own. Good job. So the owner seems to have undone sooner than expected too. None of the others found the cause. My apologies, I was the one who let you out here. It's for your safety. Explain everything in detail, but while we talk, let's head back, shall we? Okay, by the way, I've always been this assertive. Kind of thought you of being as more high-strung as this. High-strung than this. High-strung, meat, never. You must just been dreaming. Yeah, that has to be it. They're getting the students up to speed on what happened to them. Krampus texts Masanori. Masanori responds almost instantly, letting Krampus know that the situation is under control back at the workshop room as well. Good. Everything was all smoothly. I'm so sorry. Hey, you're good. No one got hurt. Never took the L on this one. Damn it. I want to say you're wrong, but you ain't. Can't believe I got so easily influenced. Shudder to think what would have happened if we wound up fighting the students who couldn't fight back. Good looking out, Takumi Nakata. Hey, just helping a friend. Least I can do. Why am I not doing Vegeta's actual voice, but my closest approximation to a bridge Vegeta's voice? Granted, honestly, who did Vegeta's voice in the Abridged series? So honestly, he wasn't too that far off from Sabat? It's Chris Sabat who does Vegeta, right? Just helping a friend. Least I can do. But yeah, what matters most is that nobody got hurt. Oh, the Goku voice was fine. Honestly, Vegeta and Krampus' voice are much more troublesome, but what can you do? Seems Krampus' unorthodox play was successful as well. The students have let off largely recovered from their spell. Yeah. And I had perchance the easiest task while you were all engaged with interrogating the students to retain the bearings. Interrogating? Does that mean you have some idea who's behind all this, Masanori? I wouldn't go that far, but I have at least a handful of pertinent clues. At least I'd like to think that they're pertinent. I'll share my findings in due course, but for the moment, you need to declare what to do about today's workshop, Hippolytus. That's true. May have finally eliminated the strike of the problem, but there's no guarantee the culprit won't strike again. If they do it, I believe it would be best to cancel today's seminar. What, for real? Teach, come on, we're going to get our projects finished. Yeah, and I mean, what happened is crazy, but there's no way it's going to keep happening, right? The person who released the chemical is sitting here, right? Seems like whoever it was is long gone now. We can search our bags if it makes you feel better. Just please let us take this course. Seriously? You're all that keen on continuing despite everything that's happened? Pretty encouraging, isn't it? Do you think we could pull it off? Yes. Stretch. Although gratifying to hear such fervent support as the organizers and executors of this workshop, it was also your duty to ensure everyone's safety, making this a tough call. What if we got to a place where it'd be much harder for it to happen again? Could we take this outside? It's much harder to fucking gas everyone. You know, in like an open air environment. Alright, you've convinced me to give it a shot. Need to prepare, however, so would you all mind waiting just a bit? Sure thing. Yeah. Use this opportunity to take a quick breather. Then when you've all returned, we can continue. What do you mean return? Hold up, Apollos. You really think it's a good idea to keep going today? I think we should be fine now, and Rule should be able to keep any residual effects at bay. What is your rule, actually? Students agree to take a short recess and vacate the workshop room, leaving just the 6 of you remaining. As soon as the students are all gone, Apollos turns the supplies you all brought and begins unloading fresh flowers. Alright, Chad, I know I've asked this before, but is he wearing gloves, or is that just his hands? As he does so, strands of light visibly course through his muscular okay, so those are his hands! However, it's not unlike activated electric circuits. This is something I wasn't seen in transients from parts of their own bodies serve as sacred artifacts. In other words, those were those who create battle zones within themselves. So Apollos, with his sacred artifact on full display, and weave it and weave the fresh flowers he takes from the box. What does your rule do? And done. Now then, everyone, would you please be kind and take one of the talisman and affix each to your chest? And once you've done so, I'd like each of you to open that specimen bag a bit and try to breathing in the air from. Huh? The hell are you saying? You sealed that thing in the bag because it was dangerous. If we're huffing, we're gonna come down. Apollos wouldn't be asking us to try it if we weren't safe doing so. I suggest we not take a lot of that confidence and attempt as directed. The proof, as they say, is in the pudding. We're gonna be the guinea pig. I will, but if anything should happen to me, I'm counting on you all to stop me, okay? We shouldn't get Masanori to do it. He's the weakest. He's like a string bean. Oh fuck. Goes nothing. Krampus slowly picks up the bag, opens it just a crack, trepidatiously breathes in the fragrance from within, then seals it back up once more. Some of this is very strong and complex, but doesn't seem to be having any effect on me at all, good or bad. Is it really jasmine, though? I'm detecting notes of something else mixed in within it. Kind of like a perfume. That confirms it then. It does smell of jasmine, to be sure, but I too felt there was something decidedly off about it. Chat, say things. I've just been fucking reading. Your perfume smells apt, as though a variety of extracts have been carefully formulaically blended to a nefarious end. Oh, we got evil, spooky bad dudes. Well, fascinating, that discussion can wait for another time. For now, the important takeaway is that my talisman seemed to work. Things and stuff. Seems like it should have seems like it. We should have no trouble containing the workshop with this. Sure, the others will feel a lot better too. What to do? Oh well. EP boy. Huggable. I don't know. Are they huggable? Chat, that's your new question. Are the characters huggable? Krampus doesn't look particularly fluffy and round. Masanori doesn't. Tachikuten doesn't really. Takumi Nakata, sure. Apollos, kinda. You say that like we aren't playing an obscure game. Muscles. I really do think the artists did a good job on the muscles, specifically like the deltoids. They've got a good shape. I have no trouble continuing the workshop with this. I'm sure the others will feel a lot better too. Bearable. Oh my gosh. Sharon's being taken over by the spirit of Teddy from Persona 4. Quick, everyone. Fuck. What's a funny Teddy moment from Persona 4? Yeah, have to take him to a hot springs and beat him up. I guess we better get our stuff. Then I guess we better get our stuff set up so we're ready for all the students as soon as they get back here. With Hippolytus' assurances that bravely tested by Krampus at great personal risk and seemingly confirmed in the process, preparations for the workshop to come progress apace. Shakespeare Expedition 1488. I'm sure Cleric's Hero isn't a bad game, but the whatchamacallit, controversy surrounding it did chill out. Thankfully, there are no further problems once the instruction begins. No attempts to disrupt the proceedings, nor any students succumbing to any disruptions. Hell yeah! The 60 feel immense relief when the workshop ends. The day without incident. Hell yeah! It was touch and go for a while, but we pulled through. Nice work today, everyone. Materialization of memories. The thickens plots. What's materialization of memories? That's so obscure. Yo, Chad, have you heard of this one little known game called what was it? Nier Automata? It's a spin-off of this larger series, Dragon Guard. Nice work! Been a long day though, huh? That's out. Yay! Alcohol. They should let the protagonist and Housamo drink, damn it. Thanks. You're always thinking of others, huh? Oh, I get it now. There's less timing for this sort of thing. Learn something new every day. Gojo here is so nuanced. Despite everything that happened, today's been a good day. It hasn't exactly been smooth sailing, has it? I don't suggest we let our guard down just yet. Speaking of furry fighting games, fucking Bloody Roar. People always mention that. But, fucking... What was it? But fucking, I could never get around to actually emulating it, or even really figuring out how it worked. Bloody Roar bracket and Brindy. Oh, that's sick. Hippolytus, would you mind if we continue discussing the topic we tabled earlier? That being, by all means wants to know regarding the tainted floor planted in the workshop room without our knowledge, no? Just when I broaches the topic of the peculiarity, he and no doubt many other sharp-nosed students noticed during today's incidents. The understanding is that the jasmine flowers drove some of the students present into a berserk state. There's more to it. I don't believe jasmine alone have such a drastic effect. Take a look at this. Found it after the first day's disruption. Found many such petals, in fact, only trampled at first, but then I came upon this relatively intact one near the room's exit. Is that from a pansy? Didn't have anywhere I'm from, but I know of it as a Tiernanog flower with mysterious properties. I use dolphin. Oh fuck, speaking of emulators, did you hear that fucking all the Switch emulators got fucking added? The C and D from Nintendo? I had no idea it could be found in Tokyo as well. Do you grow these at Setagaya, Hippolytus? I know them better as violas. But yes, we do tend to some planters here and there around the campus grounds. Those shouldn't be from other worlds, but we do have a research building for the studying otherworldly flora that may have some. Are those petals from Tokyo variety? Flowers play a part in that fight? Petal 2, Alright, yesterday's incident in the courtyard, there's some ylang petal, if I recall. Wait, hold on, no, it can't be, can it? Upon responding to Masanoi's observation and your follow-up question, Hideyoshi Mikuro apologizes that he clearly isn't too fond of entertaining. And listing out in his head all the plants and flowers that have conspicuously appeared in relation to the incidents thus far. Pansies or Wallas from Chinnanog, Lang Langs from Shangri-La, and Jasmines from Aru and Devaloka. Aru in Devaloka? Do you mean Aru and Devaloka? How did I notice this before? Each and every one of those believed... Each and every one of these is believed to be an aphrodisiac in its world of origin. Aphrodisiac? Like a sex potion? I would have to make one myself. Let's not do a crime. No, please don't. You don't have a license to make medicine. It's very, very bad to do so without one. Even should you learn a recipe, you must never grind or boil ingredients without proper authorization. It's very dangerous. Aphrodisiacs are effective if the majority of people believe it, just as beans are harmful to ogres during a subsequent holiday. Fuck, did I actually read it, or am I dumb? It's a widely held belief, that's supposed to be, and given that so many worlds have a long-held belief in aphrodisiacs, sex drugs. No, because YouTube hates you. That's why. Also, hello, Mason. Trying to convince more people to get YouTube red.
What is saying? All the craziness we've been through so far is because of love potion flowers?
Yeah, huh? Someone's trying to make all the students get down and nasty.
Thing is, though, there wasn't any sexy business or anything going on today. Nor the day before yesterday.
Oh. Sakumi and Nakata talking.
And on top of that, Taisha-kun wasn't like falling in love with anybody. Instead, he was all fired up to fight.
Maybe it was a bad mixture? Oh. Oh, who did you get? But I fucking misread your thing. He was like, guess what I got shortly after streaming. Then I was like, well, what? Did you fucking like get shot or something? What do you mean? Didn't realize you were talking about a geisha.
Except the subsequent batches have not improved upon it, making rather doubled down made its effects longer lasting. Suggests it's not a bad mixture, but rather a successful one. Raises the question, what is the ultimate aim here? I believe this is all we can infer for the time being. We can only guess as to who is responsible, or why.
So stressful. So scary.
And we can only cross our fingers and hope there's no further incidents. Me to be opening the workshop is quite enough.
You should totally tell Volk about this.
Indeed, I wonder if there's any more we can do. I suppose the first thing would be to report today's events to Volk.
Yeah, that's what I said.
The executive committee in charge of set of guys Valentines will need to be on alert themselves in case there's a wider issue.
Whoa. Like the base 5-star, or like, does he have an event 5-star going on right now? I generally have no idea. I don't remember the banners.
The executive committee in charge of set the guy. Oh.
Fucking the base one.
Oh. Discussion is interrupted by a knock at the door.
Huh?
Who's there? Please don't tell me it's the mob again. No, it couldn't be. Not today. Today's seminar is already finished. After all, it can only be Volk, right? It has to be. Deep breaths, Hippolytus. Deep breaths. Start with me too. Door handle isn't being rattled and all crazy like today, so probably just someone checking in on us. We'll see who it is. A little scared, but if I'm real quiet, maybe they won't hear me coming. That's what she said. Takumi Nakata, taking great care to produce no footfalls, slowly tiptoes his way over to the door of the workshop room. Who is it? How can we help you? That scared me more than anything. The students who caught Takumi Nakata's gaze suddenly screamed and clapped to the floor in a heap. Whoa, what was that all about? I recognize you. You're in today's workshop, right? Geez, sorry, it's just suddenly see my idol up close. A person like that, I couldn't take it. My legs gave out. Your idol? Me? So you're still saying I'm your idol? Yes, that's exactly right. At least since today. Why? Why? Takumi Nakata? Mr. Denim Apron over here? I talked shit about it, but my god, that denim, he's rocking that fucking denim apron. Art question for you, chat. How on earth do you think they, like, drew the denim apron? Because that is, like, a complicated as fuck design. Getting all the lines right. Making it look... Oh, man. Real impressive, man, honestly. Well, he's gonna replace Arslan, which I'm pretty mostly the same.
Is he? I do not remember Amdusius's skills.
Might be good.
Yeah.
Yes, that's exactly right. At least since today. There's a group of students at the door. In fact, they express their gratitude to Takumi Nakata in unison, which only further confounds him. You join. That's fucked up. 3 ads? Man, trying to trap you with the fact that you're like going to just sit there and take it because you want to watch a live stream. Thank you for... Oh, he's a fucking... Look at the little baby boy. Oh. Sometimes I wish they did adjust the sprites to, like, pay attention to heights. Granted, if they did, we wouldn't be able to see the fucking... This dude. He'd probably be, like, fucking down here below the text box. Oh, so based on the fact that I've used him a couple of times now, and it's the same thing as Arslan. I swore Amdusius recently got a limited unit. I don't remember where. So we're taking refuge outside the room with Muramasa, but even so... Muramasa? You mean Masanori? Still hear you, and that's fighting hard for us all inside. So do you, Teach, and both of you assistants, the rest of you students who helped out too, you just want to say thank you. Is Muramasa his, like, YouTube name? Or... It's kind of funny to think that Masanori, of all people, is canonically also a YouTuber. I especially want to thank you, Takumi Nakata. I can't thank you enough, really. I'm so grateful to you for standing up for all of us. So deeply before Takumi Nakata, as a number of them staring at him with genuine admiration in their eyes. Oh no. Takumi Nakata, uncertain how to react to this, begins looking around frantically, eventually setting his gaze upon you with a certain desperate pleading look behind it. You're a super popular city boy now! Yeah! Yeah! What a good city boy to do, really. You keep playing it on me like that and I'm liable to do something crazy. Honestly, someone this up with that dumb look on his face. He's a real hairhead, ain't he? Maybe? I have no idea. The Samo honestly rarely uses last names. Like, even for, like, the human characters, they really just call them, they just... Everyone just calls him Ryota. They never mention Yakushimaru. Or use Kengo's last name, Takabushi. Yes, there are a lot of people like who like airheads like him, though. It's kind of got that local flavor to him, at least. Good looks and higher education are typical paths to popularity. They seem to have gone for a different approach.
By being a reliable guy.
Putting himself on the line for those around him without asking for anything in turn and adjusting his aid to each situation. I suspect he's trusted and relied upon everywhere he goes. He's an honest, unpretentious, natural-born ruler.
Oh, wow. So his path to popularity is just by being a reliable guy. You know, he has your back and you can fucking rely on him to do shit. That's good. That's good. That's good.
No doubt that is why the Pungi guild leaders have given him such a prominent executive position. The only person who doesn't seem to realize how dearly trusted he is he himself, but then, that's how all true heroes are.
Nail right on the head, you two. I should pull for... I did get CPAC Lee on my fucking main account. Very happy about that, because I do like CPAC Lee. You know what? Fuck it, that's what I'm gonna do right now, because I'm curious. Curious. Hell. Phone call, give me a seckie. Just some nonsense, chat. Don't respect them.
Hey, why don't you all come and introduce yourselves to our fans too? They all seem like really good people. They're the friends I just met, though. It's the guy they're my friends I just met through South to Guy's Valentines. They all love me.
Yay!
Like when Akata invites the students into the room, a wide grin on his face, and you all take turns introducing yourselves to them.
Thank you. Here. Well, look at modern CPAC Lee.
A monster actor who is real life is hidden from the public eye by the entertainers. After a series of twists and turns into some trouble, he was finally recognized as a transient. However, it seems that this meant he had to attend school. Throwing a tantrum and began living with others at the Knocking Out Performing Arts Academy. As he feared as a monster, he experienced the youth. Because he was feared as a monster, he experienced a youth he never had. Of course, he joined the drama club, but instead, with his future married life in mind, he joined the cooking club. For his partner, he abandoned his junk food lifestyle and sought a balanced diet. Cooking is based on love, and he's so devoted that he even makes partners lunch every day. Believes that he has a greater, heavier love than everyone else. Rumors are circulating in the entertainment industry that he might branch out into the world of culinary entertainment. For Valentine's Day, he brought a chocolate cake with a ring on it. He vowed to the land that he once broke, never to be separated from her again.
Who's her? Does this nigga get bitches?
Yeah. God, honestly, I love the limited artworks from Housamo. They're so nice. You get to see the little chibi version of all the characters.
I want to Terra Mighty, honestly. I don't know why, but the moment I see like an underloved character, like a rare, like an underused character or loved character, like show up, I'm immediately like, oh, there's one. That's the one I want. I wanted Terra Mighty. I got CPAC Lee, Zabania, and Koshei. That's my luck. That's just how this fucking Housamo works. That's how gachas work. Why the fuck is Surtur there? What? Hello? Since when are you buddies with the... Huh.
Hermione was scouted into the entertainment and she got to sing a photo of her working as a cafe waitress. To avoid the chaos at the cafe, she enrolled at the Entertainment Academy.
Huh.
Her flamboyant appearance made her a multi-talented performer. She also is popular at the current academy, earning the nickname Knight for a jazz club. Her home world of Mid-Earth.
Did they change... Yeah, that's definitely not the normal name. What the fuck did they change it? Mid-Earth. Huh. It was, yeah, usually known as Gareth and Mana. Yeah, huh? Omni was considered. The homeworld Mid-Earth said to be known as the House of Music. Omni was considered paramount. Terra Mighty, however, was a polar opposite of her homeworld. Perhaps that is why she was drawn to the expression born from improvisation. After all, creation was something her former master, Harimon, held in high esteem. She considered herself the unjust in the eyes of the world. That's why her master, who created a role for her, was so special. For traditional knights, love and marriage have always been separate. As long as their master was happy, they didn't need to be by his side. So they thought. She sacrificed herself to ancient tradition or create a new improvisation. Hell yeah. I like that. Oh, fuck. I like that suit. PNC Queen. Nice. Yeah, I like it. I like that. Sphinx is a mystery solver known as the Riddler. The fucking Riddler? More like the Rizzler. The game in this popularity is rapidly increasing in Tokyo. Its popularity stems from the contrast between his condescending demeanor and his adult level intelligence. He skipped grades as a junior talent and joined the chemistry club why are you all at the performing arts academies of all things? He's apparently beloved by his fellow club members as a mascot. However, he's unrivaled when it comes to using medicinal scale and experimenting with fragrances. He begins experimenting with chocolate, an aphrodisiac from his hometown, preparation for Valentine's Day. Meanwhile, he struggles to understand the true nature of his own feelings. Sphinx puzzles over the riddle, finding it more difficult than any he's ever encountered before. What would he do if his beloved summoner confessed their feelings first? He launches the first and final riddle game to see who will pose a question and who will solve it. He recently made more friends with whom he can discuss mysterious occult at a logical level. I suppose Masanori, maybe Sendayu? We're trying to get Seaback Lee, but I'm finally getting Lucius. I'm trying to blaze through store quests up to the point where I was before. I can have even more stones to try Seaback Lee before the event ends. Not a horrible idea. 84 5-star except Sphinx. What? I don't like Sphinx. What? But he's so adorable. Wait, actually, what the fuck were the plans for 2026? I completely missed that. Climax of Book 2 will be released. Wow. Sendayu, Baphomet, Seth, Yosuyori. Didn't she get a limited unit? I did not read anything about it. The Rizzler. Sticking out your yacht for the Rizzler. We can go yacht for yacht. Fuck that. We can go Riz for Riz. For $19 for a Fortnite card. The pump for the fam tags. I got the Aura, the Sigma, the Ligma, the Livy C Shag. I got Riz. Got so many bitches I don't even care. I drip in the shop I don't even wear. There you go. The god, nor beast. Boobies. Radical Saint of the Sabbath. Because they are nobody in particular, they can become anything depending on the faith of others. They could even become Santa Claus, not only Santa, but a radical Saint who indiscriminately treats both good and bad children the same. Perhaps they would even become Satan or Shaitan. Batman once committed a great sin where they were God, but if they were become a radical Santa Claus who grants many wishes, their size would instantly surpass that of a Christmas tree, and like the star of the three-sized men of the East, they would shine an inverted pentagram above their head. As leader of Coven, they would guide and mislead many. This time too, Baphomet siding with naughty children, particularly in this winter festival. There, a counselor discovered an interesting subject for observation. Perhaps most suitable being for them to understand them is themselves. By the time Christmas Eve ends, will Baphomet's wish be granted, or will they perhaps come to wish for something else through their subject of observation? They have always been enormous. They have little experience in being carried on someone's shoulders. Episodes we don't know, but counselor, it's all possible knowledge. Being cringe. And so I have to write slash like 3 or 4. People don't like me reading the, what are the word? I literally just had them. Hang on. Research files. I had to look at the VOD. And are y'all just responding to things that are late, or yeah, no one's on low latency? Fuck. How much latency actually is there? I finished singing that ages ago, man. There's no seeing that in the chat.
Like when a college invites students into the room, white gun on his face, and you all take turns introducing yourselves to them. Oh.
Mr. Shadow Man.
All the while, someone watches from the shadows, resentment building with every passing moment.
Oh, you don't like me talking about Riz and Gats. You have got to learn to like good music, chat.
At night, after eating dinner and taking your bath, you begin heading back to your room in the student dormitory. We need to stop by Takumi Nakata, aren't we? Dressed by student's lounge, lock eyes with Takumi. Yeah, still eating his own dinner.
Jeez, dude.
Hey, Fuuri. Fuck. Hey, Fuuri. Nice work today. Quite a day, huh?
That is not Vegeta's voice, but we're going to keep it.
Sure was. Nice work to you too. You're only just eating dinner now?
Tower Records. I have no idea who Mori Calliope even is. Calliope? Yeah.
Yep, this here's a midnight snack. They was so stressful, just one dinner isn't gonna cut it. Not that you can blame me. I'm sure given everything that went down today. At least, that's what I'm telling myself. Still blows my mind thinking about how smoothly my Sonorian politics were able to handle it all. Not to mention Taishakuten, Krampus, and you, of course. Wait, that's everybody in the group but me!
Tower Records? Do you mean Tawa? Do you mean Tawa Records? Penelope? That's what I said. Calliope is pronounced like Penelope.
As he keeps talking, it becomes increasingly unclear if he's talking to you or to himself. He just keeps shifting topics, commenting briefly on each, then taking another bite of his midnight post-dinner.
I know, I'm referencing The World Ends With You in Tawa Records. Come on.
That's what I'm talking about. My stomach's finally feeling happy. Sorry to ramble on so much. I'm the one who called you over, but I didn't exactly make the best conversation partner, did I? Alright, this is not Vegeta's voice. Fuck. Oh, you're fine. Or listen, dude. Oh, listen, no, we're talking anyway. Anyway, the thing that surprised me most today was the very last part of it all. Hard to believe that many people would be giving me their heartfelt thanks over something I did without even thinking.
Chat, power scaling. Who wins? Mario or Sonic? Answer. It's the big topic on Twitter.
Reminded me a lot of when people from all walks of life would show me their gratitude back in my homeland. It's not even like I did anything to earn it. I just did what everybody told me to do. I'm far too modest.
If I'm to continue. Saying Mario Bros. Z like Sonic wasn't already in Mario Bros. Z. He's got them sick ass sprite animations, you know? An unk? Bruh, you're an unk if you know what that is. Mario Bros. Z is not new. That is like some 2006 Flash game ass shit right there.
Really, it was tough adjusting to life after spending so long being with somebody so amazing, though.
Wow, you really respect Daikoku. Two different realities to compare. Wrong. First off, these how the fight would go. Somehow, Vegeta would find some way to lose. I don't care that he's not a participant in the fight. He'd somehow do that. 2. What the fuck? It'd be like that. What's that one fight from One Punch Man? It'd be One Punch Man versus Sonic. Mario would hold his fist up, and then Sonic would just hit his own nuts.
I'm sorry, I'm getting all sentimental over my own private matters here. Never mind me, Fuuri.
I mean, it's both. Game, animations, the whole thing.
I'd love to hear more about it, if I may, that is.
Stare at him longingly.
Oh. Well, sure, why not? If you want to know all about that, then I got no reason not to tell you. I told you about Lord Onamuchi, right? I was serving under him in a pretty high-class city back then. Was reminded for the first time in quite a while. Wow, recently just how tough it is dealing with bigwigs in a big metropolis. Like when it got it down to the last week of his,
That's not gonna be tea. What's a good alcohol to replace it with? If Mario for Sonic without the musical beat transformation, Mario could go into the water. Sonic cannot. Mario can't just fucking swim, but Sonic can walk underwater. Throw his hand if he tried that. Wrong. He'd just get fucking decked like he did against Knuckles, you know? Remember in like Sonic 3 and Knuckles? Reloaded? With featuring Dante from Devil May Cry in an all new funky mode. I mean, Mario can't also endlessly breathe underwater. He needs to find a coin. Takumi Kana drowns the last swig of his Mississippi bourbon and pours himself another cup from the bottle nearby. Then pours a second cup and hands it over to you before continuing. Wow, we're getting drunk as fuck tonight, aren't we? Left his side and came here to Tokyo a while ago now, and I feel like I've done nothing since then but try to act like a ruler. I'm gonna use you're pretty good at measuring stuff, so I think you're doing a good job. Oh, that's true. TD Mario can breathe forever, but you have to do that like thing from like Odyssey where he goes into a pipe and turns 2D for that.
I'm his retainer, though. I just don't want to do anything that'd give him a bad name. Still represent my home, after all. Yet spending more time with everybody here at Setagaya, you in particular, feels real nostalgic to me. Makes me want to put all these words aside and just say whatever pops in my head like I used to. Why do you think that is?
That just sounds like a pickup line. Are you really asking me that? That's because he's getting reminded of Susanoo, I think that is. Yeah. Logic does not logic. What? Okay, yeah, I'll just continue. To be quite honest, I'm having fun like I did back then. Only problem is, I'm not the same guy I was before. I know defeat. That changed me. I don't know if it changed me for the better or worse, though. I don't really know how to put it into words. No, I gotta get that conflict. Inner conflict. Lost in his thoughts and regrets, Takumi Nakata switches his undrunk bourbon a bit before setting it down on the table. Come on, don't waste it, man. It's good bourbon. Okay, different matchup that has a concrete answer. Thinking. Wario versus Shadow? Steve versus Terrarian? Who the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? He then tries his best to express his innermost feelings, the feelings he may have previously had simply swallowed and ignored. I wonder if maybe I shouldn't try to choose a different way of life than what I led before. I was born there after all. I was born to be a ruler. But unlike in Izumo, I feel like here in Tokyo there's no forgiveness for those who walk a different path. What are you talking about? That's like Tokyo's whole thing. You can do whatever you want here. Be whoever you want. Steve versus Terraria Man, but Steve has mods installed. Who wins? Steve versus Terraria Man, Lucky Block Wars, go! Still, I just can't ignore the fact that that man's retainer. That I'm that man's retainer. I represent him. Takumi Nakata seems always trying to decide between faithfully and idealistically serving his own master, or severing those ties and pursuing his dreams and ambitions. Stressful. It used to be that his master would guide him to the proper path forward. Now he seeks guiding someone else he trusts instead. You, Uwu. What do we say? We don't have to decide just yet. You just might be able to pull off both. Which one? Chatty chat. Both games are moddable. Are they? I would have no idea. I genuinely have never played Terraria. I know like nothing about it. Well, I know there's like a wall of flesh or some shit. Well, chat, no opinions on which one we should pick? Steve Mods versus Base Terraria Man. It's still Terraria Man favor. Man, he's gonna hit him with the lucky blocks. Stealing character that's strong in the same character. Match him up with Goku. There we go. Option 2, okie dokers. Oh, that's hard enough deciding on a course of action. Think I've got it in me to handle both? Huh? It's more than one way to win a sumo match. Did I end up picking a response? Like by accident? Because I'm dumb. There are 82 ways to win at sumo. Thinking about it, you're right. It's not like everybody in Roppongi lives their lives the same way after all. Optimus Prime. You're gonna send Optimus Prime to a fucking mechanic. He's Goku, man. You know how it goes. I don't care if you're the hit protagonist of the Isekai, the time I beat Goku, you ain't beating Goku. No, it's like, I don't care if superpower is literally beat Goku from the hit Isekai, the time I beat Goku, you're not beating Goku. Like the sky after a rain shower has come and gone, Takeminakata's expression noticeably clears. You can see clearly now, the rain is gone. Thank you. You know, I'm kind of hungry again after all that talking. No, I've had too much as it is. Need to go to sleep. Takeminakata lets out a big yawn, then takes the empty plate up to the counter. So you then begin heading to your respective rooms, we'll be discussing plans the next day while your paths still intersect. Gay. Valentines Crossroads 4, Part 1. Oh, whoa. Hippo Boy's getting into a fight. I forgot his name for a sec. Mo Steve for his base sorry man is in the matchup. Depending on the cannon, he probably wouldn't even be able to scrap top this. Nah, Goku's solos. Outer Goku versal and solo's your verse. That's just how these things work. Come on, man. Oh, that is incredibly salty. Chad, do you ever get like taste confused about? Have you ever eaten something so like salty that it kind of begins to taste sour? It's that Mahoraga adaptation. Saiyan cells, son. They get stronger in response to physical trauma. A complex? Of course you should go without saying I've got one of those. But let me ask you something. Is it really such a grand thing to be knowledgeable in matters of love and romance? Huh? Is it? The mossy armed man's eyes clouded over with tears and he began shouting, clearly very worked up. What's so great about infidelity anyway? What kind of sense does it make to say it doesn't count if you turn into a beast? What? You're speaking nonsense. Am I crazy? I can ask the same of you, just for suggesting that. Paulus alternates between screaming and mumbling to himself within the large crowd of people. He just can't wrap his head around what anyone else is thinking. All he wanted was to dedicate himself purely and wholly to one single person, yet it seemed as though the sentiment was not shared by anyone else around him. He always had a staunch and pure soul, overcome with admiration for the Lord of the Woods, whose existence he'd known through voice alone. What Lord? I mean, presumably, yeah. That's why he got kicked out. No one truly understood him, nor did he truly understand anyone else, not even blood relatives. Wow. And though they were worlds apart, Hippolytus went out hunting almost every day to converse with the Lord of the Woods. He couldn't have known that his way of thinking and his words would one day change Olympus forever. It's
early in the morning for the day after the incident in the workshop room, but for the group who's holed themselves up in the lab, might as well still be the previous night. Now, it's a situation that some research and countermeasures will be required for those unexpected developments.
Goal is to take over this academy peacefully. Regrettable to hear things should turn valentine. I like how they like, dude, what the fuck are you, why are you talking like that? That's funny.
Still speaking like that? At any rate, there's no major incident, at least thanks to the quick-witted workshop staff. In fact, as a result, we may be able to collect additional data that could provide invaluable and that could prove invaluable to the operation.
No, I'm kidding. If we continue mixing compound as we had been, things would have turned out very badly. By the way, O leader, should we not take this opportunity to consider options for dealing with those workshop interlopers? Terraria Man versus Goku. By the way, O leader, should we not take... Oh, I fucking read this.
I second that motion. The incident observed that they were able to finish their lesson as if nothing had even happened. In other words, they discovered some means of nullifying the effects of our compound.
I can prove a hindrance to our lofty plans indeed. In that case, I'd like to deal with them in due times.
Yeah, that to me. I think it best we invite these wayward souls into our fold.
And who is that? Zombie Man from One Punch Man?
Should they accept, we will
welcome them with open arms. But should they decline, we will deal with them accordingly. I have no idea what voice I'm doing right now.
Yeah, Liz Man is on screen.
Hog. What do you mean? Deadpool. I'm gonna just fucking reprise Deadpool or some shit. Haha, Mar Valentus. I knew I could count on you to tie up any loose ends. I'll love you to it then. Oh, wow, you really are going all out with the speaking thing.
You know, I'm sure they know our ferocity of the Dark ABC force in pursuit of the Valentine's evolution.
Dark ABC?
Still not so sure about that name, but whatever. So leave it to me.
Leave it to me. Is that a fucking Sonic Heroes reference?
Several hours later, as the day begins in earnest.
No, fucking, if you vaporize him, there's nothing to regenerate. Fucking Oblivion.
Man, drawing abs is a fucking pain. But I gotta get real good at doing it. Several hours later, as the day begins in earnest, you find yourself heading towards the workshop for today's agenda.
What agenda? People don't even have... What if you don't have an agenda? Or don't have agenda? Animaniacs joke.
With today's scheduled in advance as a day off for the workshop, the only ones in attendance are the 6 of you and Volk. The 7 of you gather around a box full of garland wreaths that Hippolytus brought with him and begin discussing your options for dealing with any future disruptions.
Then he just makes a wish on the Dragon Balls. He even just uses Super Dragon Balls. And the Super Dragon Balls can do anything.
Oh yeah, what did you just take an artifact to make all this garland? Yes, never told you about my sacred artifacts, did I? Start with that then. How mysterious. It's like an artifact of those moss-covered arms of yours, yeah? Are you infusing some of your rule into that garland over there, but why? Communicata's garland wreathed from a box as if to underscore his question and inquire about Hippolytus' arms. Well, to put it simply, in my homeworld of Olympus, there's a place called the Plane of Purity. Wow. There's a powerful belief that all the flora growing there is protected from any harm or defilement. My sacred artifacts confer upon any flowers the plants they touch the same properties as those in the Plane of Purity. In other words, should I use these hands to weave flowers into a ring, this creates a boundary line of sorts, barrier protecting that which lies within from all harm that dwells without. That's why I call these things talismans, huh? Put your arms through them, or I guess your body in general. Exactly, and that grants you protection. That's a very clear and concise way of putting it, Taichikuten. Taichikuten dons the garland while Hippolytus smiles widely at being so readily understood. You mean his hands? Well, arms, really? So made all these hand out to everybody today so you could keep them from going berserk again? Yes, though the effect will only last until the flowers begin to wilt. Flowers' lifespan is short after all, and there's neither the time nor the resources to make enough for everyone every day. So that's the weak point of this plan, then. So you're left with little choice but to uncover the source of the problem. I mean, they are. His arm. They do say his vine-covered arms. Oh, granted, it's not really into his arms. They just are part of his arms. Probably grew with his arms, honestly. That's like his body. That's annoying Hippolytus alike, Trista. Fine. Stopgap nature of the solution. Flower barrier having a rather severe limitation. It's shocking to think that there could be someone in the guy depraved enough to sow seeds of discord like this. Despite having borne witness to none of the events thus far, Volk's seething anger toward the culprit behind these incidents is plainly apparent. Once the ringleader is found, I, Volk, shall personally see to it that are sent away to what the fuck does that mean? Experiment of farmland? From your reaction, I suppose you must be imagining the worst. Well, fear not. Do not perform human experiments there. It's a place where new farm methods and new produce varieties are developed. Something of a farming laboratory, if you will. At any rate, I owe you a debt of gratitude, Hippolytus. Not for your garland, we may have had to cancel the event. And though we're unable to tarry, it is no small feat that you've made time to hold this meeting as well. There's much more we can even discuss right now. Though, is there, even though we don't know the culprit's identity or motive. Well, if we are to assume a rule was at play, then we could possibly use the app search function to narrow down a list of suspects. Yeah. Look at his shirt. Happy holidays. Any bad guys? Why is it written in the same way like you'd ask, got milk? As the motive, given the season and discovery of the flora thought to have aphrodisiac properties, it's not hard to imagine. Someone hates valentines. Valentines. Volk is honestly a really fun character. I'm surprised I don't use him more, because he's just kind of funny. He's like mindlessly loyal to Perun, but is also keenly aware of Perun's faults. You think they're looking to spread that scent around and get lucky in love? And despite how short the effects last? That was supposed to be fucking Vegeta. Theories both plausible and far-fetched are tossed out and expounded upon by everyone present. And it's during this exchange that something suddenly occurs at Politis.
Oh, you come up with something, Hippolytus? Don't matter if it's just a wild theory, let's hear it.
Well, I don't really want this to be true, but what if the person behind all of this planning on mixing aphrodisiacs not just from 3 worlds, but many more in hopes of creating the ultimate love potion? The ultimate love potion? What do you think of that?
Censored what?
Perhaps most plausible hypothesis, but one that's Hippolytus quite visibly seemed to hope beyond hope is proven incorrect in the end. Think about it, if the goal were to merely disrupt the workshop, there are far less elaborate ways to achieve that, no? So only stands the reason that the end goal here was never to stop us, develop and iterate upon the love potion. And if they're just looking to make a standard aphrodisiac, one variety of flowers should be plenty, but they're using multiples. The question is, are they testing each one to compare, or are they plotting to mix them all together? I fear it's the latter. Intriguing hypothesis indeed. Can you elaborate any further? Hippolytus scratches the back of the head, flicking out a clump of his hair where it looks like a flower. Taking a clump of his hair that looks like a flower, he fiddles with it in his hand. Little different worlds may hold different beliefs about the same flower. That translates to different effects. In other words, an aphrodisiac produced from a single flower may have different effects on transients to different origins. All the while, this variable could be overcome by preparing multiple aphrodisiacs from a variety of flowers. A mix would also do. That doesn't make sense. A single universal love potion would be a lot more convenient than stocking one for each world.
That does make sense. You're a sharp one, I must say, Hippolytus of the Horticulture Club. Oh, Perun's here. There's only one person who does talk like that. Then voice cuts to the air like a knife, returning from what should have been, still appears to be, a vacant corner of the room. Then when you look at another moment, you're incredulously apparent on all your faces, you realize that any of you who spoke just now, not any of you who spoke just now, someone else is present. Oh. What the fuck? Why are you talking like Perun? Member A.
It's hard to believe you're able to piece together our plan so completely. Coming here was the right call, it seems.
Whoa, spooky bad music. Chat, I forgot to ask this, but how is a stream relative to my voice? Y'all can hear me clearly, right?
Are you behind all this? Sorry, there's no workshop today.
I'm afraid course registration is over. Oh, really? My mistake. Sorry to have bothered you. I'll just be going then. Wait, I'm not here to participate or register for anything. Oh, this will never do. I'm supposed to be cool and in charge. I got caught up in your dry humor. Yee.
Ugh. That intransient slowly comes into focus, getting exaggerated and seemingly sarcastic bow as he introduces himself.
God, so dramatic. I love it.
A member of the Dark ABC Force, which seeks a Valentine's revolution. Came to speak with the representative of this workshop.
Heck is the Dark ABC Force? Certainly a name. I would prefer you not comment on our naming sense, please. Thanks. What the hell business have you got with us, huh? Are you the one who left that crazy flower in here yesterday?
Stay your hand, Taishikunu. That evidence cannot rightly apprehend this individual, much less deliver punishment.
Whoa, up close and personal.
Really feel the power he's got.
Smell the sweat and cry. Who knows what else? You just right ass. Maybe not. I have no idea what the fuck YouTube punishes. I swear, but fucking, I don't know.
Maybe that's why my videos get suppressed and don't do well.
Who heckin' knows?
Yes, as your assistant has suggested, it is not necessarily accurate to say I was involved in yesterday's incident.
What's that say that I said we piece together your plans? Yes. Oh, I'm admittedly a bit taken aback here. You let so much slip. Seems downright reckless on your part. Oh wow, these guys do not know what they're doing. I wonder who was at the side of that stuff. Shows me. Someone else been lurking in the shadows too. Yeah. Hey Volk, is it alright if I pay this guy back with my fist for all the embarrassment he caused me with his flowers? I feel the urge to do the same, Tachikun. Fortunately, we seem to be dealing with a Setegai Academy student. She'll be given to those urges and may be accused of bullying, which will reflect poorly on the school and Lord Bruin alike. How about I challenge him to a sumo match? If I win, he backs off, and he doesn't cause any more problems for anybody. Well, hold on just a minute, everyone here. He's come to us alone. I don't think he means to pick a fight with us. Y'all are so violent. I'm like, alright, so how can we get the... Alright, so what excuse do we need to beat the shit out of this guy? Hey, yes, that's right. I'm not trying to make trouble at all. Thank you for that one. I feel like you just saved my bacon. I've actually come with a proposal for Mr. Politis here. I think you'll find it a most enticing offer. Proposal for me? What in the world what could you possibly be proposing? Well, let me get straight to the point. We want you to join us. What do you say? What's your goal? What's your angle? See, Valentine's Day sounds good in theory. It's a celebration of love. That only applies to a blessed few. What's the point in confessing when you know you'll be turned down? You know the words long before they'll ever be spoken. That's why we've developed a plan to reverse the fortunes of those who are perpetually unlucky in love. So to you and your group, a love potion would be akin to a seer weapon you could use to turn the tides of a faltering war. Thus, your dark ABC force, see yourselves as revolutionaries, seeking to reclaim Valentine's Day for the masses. Or maybe they are in Gabo 2. What the fuck is Gabo 2? What's the point in confessing, huh? There are a lot of cases where the person one fancies already has a significant other. What's the point of confessing, huh? There are a lot of cases where the person one fancies already has a significant other. People are perpetually unlucky in love too. There are a lot of people like that. Hey, why is everybody looking at me? See, you all get it. That's why I plan on making this a world where every bond can be tightened, starting with this school. Oh, your talk a good game, but do you really think you can make your revolution happen with some shady flower compound? That compound, whoever said it, was incomplete. But when we're striving will be far more well realized. Get two people alone in a room, unleash it, and soon they will breathe it in, lock eyes. They'll never want to be apart. That sounds like a crime. Rather than instilling a zeal indiscriminately, its effects will focus on a single person with singular intent. Wait, so you plan to target people? Is that just brainwashing? Shouldn't the target have a say in this? Let me answer that question with a question of my own. Do we truly have the freedom to love in the first place? Science has proven that affinity and attraction toward others mostly comes down to genetics and societal mores. In other words, desire to be with another person is decided upon not by anyone's will, entirely through outside factors. Think about it. Can you see someone and just decide to fall in love with them? It's not something free will can dictate. It's simply not possible to want to love someone but not be able. It's simply not possible to want to love someone but not be able to. Just as someone cannot want to hate someone but not be able to. The fuck? I feel like I misread that.
short, love is nothing more than a literary construct representing a genetic or societal bond.
Okay, chat. Weird thing just happened to me. Okay, so I was drinking from my water bottle. Yeah. Then I like moved it down. The fucking water, the water splashed and hit my eye.
And if it's socially acceptable to have a friend set one up with a stranger, why is it not acceptable to let a saint do the same?
That's wrong on so many levels.
And so, Hippolytus, representative of Septigai Academy's Horticulture Club. We are on the brink of making our revolutionary love potion a reality. Will you not join us in changing the world?
I understand what you're trying to do, but what does any of that have to do with my workshop?
That's the beauty of it. Arranging flowers here, no? We can imbue those flowers with our potion. You have a flower arrangement containing a scent to the object of your desire. That ball is in your court now. Your students will all confess to their loved ones successfully and live happily ever after in the bliss of requited love. Love set in stone, immutable, inevitable. I see. It would be a win for the workshop and the horticulture club as well. The demand for your magic flowers would be through the roof. It would be incredible. Once in a lifetime business opportunity for the school, too. Can you even afford to say no?
I think we know what the answer will be.
Fuuri. If your group wants to fight us using tactics you think give you a huge advantage, you're more than welcome to try. I've had strong arms all my life, so maybe you could say that's why I like fighting so much, because I got an advantage too. Yeah, I was born with high standing myself. Yes, I was born with high standing myself, which is why I was able to devote myself to sumo and basically do what I want.
Right, but you idiots with your warped logic seem to have missed a huge hole in what makes it all fall apart. You know what it is?
Oh, what do you mean?
What's the point of the workshops? You assume the gifts will be accepted.
You keep talking about love and relationships, but the goal of these workshops is so much more than that.
Hit you with a brainwash potion?
Soliciting partnership from us without even understanding what we're all about is just never going to work. Say you use your compound on a flower arrangement and then gift it to your crush. What happens if they don't accept it? Plus, before long, everyone will realize that these gifts make people fall in love with the giver, and the secret's out. Saying yes or no when you confess to would just be replaced with accepting or denying flowers. Not exactly a home run plan.
Did he not think this through? You all didn't think this through, huh?
I can't even growl properly, I'm so mad. Well, whatever. The bandits gallery doesn't matter here. All that matters is what you decide, Hippolytus.
You're just gonna fucking ignore it? That's a very important problem.
Well, whatever.
Don't believe they did. Not at all. Not at all. Wait, was Chinese New Year's like fucking... When was that? Altus, kick his behind for us. When... I just gotta like a note for that. Oh, wow, it's today. Oh, tomorrow. 17th.
Well, Dark ABC Force, was it? You're suggesting using the powers of the compound you're developing to induce mutual affection in others. I can only wonder why are you fighting so hard to achieve such ends?
Uh-oh. I say. Look out, you snap. Don't look like a good noise. Stepped on a landmine there.
I told you why. Just finished telling you why. It's turning tables on this losing battle. It's about winning.
Yeah, unfortunately for you, you're asking an asexual. Like, come on. Want to do? Come on, don't you want romance? No, not really. Chinese Lunar New Year's tomorrow. Not that fuck. Not that I expect an underclassman like you or someone else to their pick when it comes to romantic partners to understand. Like we see force member intensely emotional response trigger an equally intense reaction from a politics. Get off your high horse for a minute and don't make assumptions. I asked because I don't know the first thing about love myself. What do you mean? To continue. But even if I were in the exact same boat as you, I can never accept an invitation like this. I can't even relate to the very concept of love. I've never been able to fully wrap my head around it. So you approaching me with this presumption that I'd be able to relate to you is just vexing for me. Pitiful, even. If you can't understand that, and won't leave me in my workshop alone, then I guess I have no choice. But to explain it with my fist. What? Oh. What? Every single person has a secret garden within them. A safe space that no one else is allowed into, not even family. The goal of these workshops is to allow each student to pick a flower from that secret garden and offer it to another. The plan is like breaking down its gate instead of going in. And breaking down its gates instead and going in uninvited, not even taking off your shoes. The horticulture club, as the horticulture club president, I cannot stand and will not fight. Stand? That cannot stand. I will fight over it. You think your love will always give you the right? Bowser takes a crouching position and extends one open hand forward while readying the other by his waist, balled to fist. Feel free to hit me with your best shot, whether it be familiars, natural disasters, or love potions. I can counter it all. Think you can make me understand love? Be my guest. That'd be like a dream come true for me. Whoa, hold up. That's legit fighting stance right there. I don't think he's bluffing. Wait, fuck, yeah. He actually is. That is, actually. Politics is going off. Wait, hang on. Politics is actually about to throw hands. Good hands. Looks like a whole different person. I don't feel like I'm looking at Politics right. He's like a whole different person. It's like a whole different person. I don't even feel like I'm looking at a poultice anymore. Now we're talking. Don't go thinking I'm unlucky in battle just because I'm unlucky in love, though. Set my nostril and come forth, familiar. Take my form and subdue a poultice. I'm banned on poultice in this fight, which I guess would be a win for Zetsuga Academy as a whole. Come to think of it. Volk, shouldn't you step in? Just another brawl on school ground. Cover Volk's eye. Eyes, it's I. Thank you very much. I can't see. My vision's gone dark. No idea what's happening in front of me. Honestly, what do you think you're doing? You have no respect for school rules. Prepare yourself. Won't stop fighting back until and unless you'll make me understand what love is all about. And in the meantime, I'm going to show you in great detail what Olympus-style Pankraton. What? Yeah. Why the fuck do you know what Pankraton is? That is surreal. Pankration. It's sometimes spelled different. Well, I've seen this spelled differently. But chat, yeah, that is a real thing. Pankration, or whatever. Another uncommon sport introduced to Greek Olympic Games in 648 BC that these boxing wrestling techniques, but also others such as kicking, holds, joint locks, and chokes on the ground, making it similar to modern mixed martial arts. Then comes the ancient Greek word pankration, meaning all of power. One Greek legend has said that heroes Heracles and Theseus invented Pankraton as a result of using both wrestling and boxing in their confrontations of opponents. Theseus was said to have used Pankraton to defeat Perseum, known as King Elysius, famous for his cruelty towards his daughter Alope, whom refused to fight with him. He's also described as a very strong man. Fighting stances. Pankraton faces opponent form of stance, only slightly turned sideways. This is an intermediate directional positioning between the rest of more frontal positioning. Boxing or sideways standing is consistent, needs to preserve both options for shooting, striking, protecting the center line of body, and options for proper graphical techniques. So left side of the body is slightly forward than the right, the body left hand is more forward than the right one. Both hands are held high so the tips of the fingers are at level of the hairline or just below the top of the head. Hands are partially open, fingers are relaxed, palms are facing naturally down, slightly toward each other. Front arm is nearly fully extended, but not entirely. You see the rear of the arm in the chamber. The weight is all virtually in the back right foot, and the back leg is managed stability. Not the kick. That's not the position described in Housamo, though. Even the same as Zeus and the other gods. Yeah. Oh yeah, I get it. It's just like I just didn't expect Hippolytus of all people to know Pancration. No. Honestly, I love learning about martial arts. It's a lot of fun. Go! Bastion of Chastity. You're just gonna tell us what you're wearing, then by all means, Hippolytus, go ahead. How do you sound so excited to kick someone's ass? When it comes to love, the citizens of the other world of Olympus place a great value in forming bonds fast and true like bolts of lightning. Pow! Essentially, it's first come, first served, tying together emotional bonds as someone once put it. And within this system that seeks to tie everyone and everything together, acts such as illicit love affairs and cheating are deemed perfectly acceptable, even praiseworthy. People race to be first to express their affections every day, paying no heed to the innumerable wars and conflicts that arise as a result of their actions. I could never understand this world, surrounded by so many who devote their everything to this fickle concept of love. I went the opposite route, distancing myself from it as best I could. My sole source of respite was the hunter's chief who served as the lord of the woods, and whose purity and chastity were like a breath of fresh air to me. Of course, I sought this respite because I could not comprehend love, which differed from the reasons the lord of the woods had lived as such. Our lifestyles aligned, however, nonetheless. I'm fucking looking that up. Creek. Lord of the Woods. You mean Pan? Maybe Artemis. Yeah, that's considered wild animals. Nature. That would make sense. Chat, who do you think they are talking about? Who do you think this Lord of the Woods is, actually? Like, that's actually a good question, because they specifically aren't mentioning who. Of course, I sought this respite because I could not comprehend love, whichever moment. I sought to make a dedication to the savior of mine, so I took to the plains where Eidos, spirit of purity, resides, and made a flower crown. The flowers I picked there. After doing so, I had the chance to speak with a certain someone else. Well, that's when it happened. Immediately, I felt as though I'd lost the upper hand and tried to take back what I said.
That didn't happen. No. I couldn't. I was dealing with someone with immense social standing. I denounced one of the 12 who stood at the... Uh-oh.
Well, who are they referring to? Close enough. Politics of Rome. About hunter and sportsman disguise to discuss his like marriage and consequence. Yeah, they're talking about Artemis, the hunter. Yeah, the Lord of the Woods is certainly Artemis. Because they just straight up mentioned the myth that he like gave like libation to Artemis, or paid favor, tribute, something like that. Worshipped Artemis, I guess. I mean, there's nothing to stop a woman from being a lord. Functionally, the title can work. Can be unisex. Are you fucking kidding me? I got a 4, 5, and 6 on the dice roll in a Woofia. I'm actually gonna look that up. Can women be lords? Yep. Title ladies more traditionally used for female equivalent of marquis or Roseburn. Let's go. Someone can be heard. Yep. Yep. Women can be lords. Though they're just not usually called lords, but that doesn't particularly matter, now does it? They're probably referring to Aphrodite. Yeah, that's how the myth goes. Aphrodite gets mad at him because he doesn't like sex. And for earning the ire of such an important personage, I was cursed. Then before too long, I was to distance myself from Olympus entirely. Often find myself wondering, if I hadn't fought back then as I did, could I have lived like the others in the end? Damn. Got fucking bullied for being asexual. First we learn Olympus is racist, now they're asexual. Jesus! Is he okay? Good fucking God, dude! Uncle, I'm sorry. You tried to take over the workshop. Jesus, is he okay? We need to go to the fucking nurse's office. Nice, Pinkerton. You're familiar? You seem to be quite capable. Follow the smooth shifts completely after you successfully dominating the aggressors familiar. So I was joyfully off the floor with him. Oh, you got pretty beat up too. And you're still smiling. Kind of scary. I truly enjoy this sort of physical language. It's so much clearer and easier than understanding love, don't you think? I guess. Off to the experimental farmland with him. Though to make a quick stop at the nurse's office first to get him patched up. The committee had been summoned during the fight, and Oak's behest, and now proceed to lead the Dark ABC Force member away. I got his ass beat. Once they depart, only 7 we remain in the workshop room once more. I believe I owe you all an apology. You must have been rather so shocked by my actions. Why don't you tell us your story? Because good fucking God! Where'd you learn that? At this point, I feel like I'm duty-bound to do so, as entrusted with these workshops and am club president, no less. I said previously that I don't understand love, but people don't tend to take me on my word at that. They usually just think I'm shy, and there may be even some truth to that, but generally, I do not understand the concept of love. Yeah, he sent him to the fucking gulag. Oh, wow. Hang on. Chat. Have you played Jet Set Radio Future? Because there's a fucking song, a Jackie Naganuma song called The Concept of Love. Understand the concept of love. Oh, no, that's a song, but that's a... Understand the concept of love. Ugh. Don't get me wrong, I'm always pleased to see a couple's enjoying one another's company. I just don't seek that for myself. Hatred and jealousy, too, are beyond my comprehension. I simply can't relate to them. I can't sympathize, you might say. Sometimes I feel like I'm the only one who can't wrap my head around why people make such a big to-do about Valentine's Day. Whether back in my homeland or here in Tokyo, most people actively seek to establish bonds of love with others. Isn't one of the Jet Set radios on Steam? I think I own it, actually. Played it a while ago, but never finished. Jet Set Radio! Is it not? Yeah, it is. Yeah, see, I own the game. But it's not on Steam. What? Did it get taken off? On. Oh, wow. It's getting delisted from... It got delisted from Steam last December. Well, the December before the last... Fucking December 2024, I believe. 2025. Whatever. Words. Fuck you. BRC? Black Roman cancels? That concept is so alien to me, and frankly, it scares me to think about. I fear there may be something wrong with me. No, you're just a little baby boy. You're adorable. It's so weird seeing normal Setagaya without the fucking ribbon and shit. I believe I mentioned a few days ago that before I met you all, one of my juniors approached me with romantic intent. My junior had always been close to me, and though belonging to a different club, he'd always helped out with our activities. But they'd always been a bit aloof, and I learned then that they'd been watching me from afar. At that point, I would come to the conclusion that I would inevitably wind up hurting my juniors from then on. I liked that person, you see, but I liked them, nothing more. Up until then, I'd always assumed my juniors would keep a similar distance from me, so that was a bit of a shock to my system. I began to wonder, when did that person start developing feelings for me? How long had they been keeping them buried? To be honest, I started to feel paranoid that maybe everyone who was nice to me was really just trying to woo me. And that's when I began thinking about how I could respond to confessions in order to make things go back to the way they were. I knew that if I refused outright, things would be different between us, so I tried to come up with alternatives to accepting. But ultimately, I just couldn't think of anything and just wound up standing there dumbfounded. It's like my mind and body were just out of sync, leaving me frozen in place. I couldn't face this reality. See, that's quite the predicament. Quietly observed Hippolytus. Oh, please, Fuuri, don't look at me like that. Rejecting someone upon receiving confession is not uncommon by any means, just my reason for it that stands out. And just, fuck. Worked up. Well, it was worked up, but I do think I understand you a bit. Am I just playing the underdog like the 4ABC Force Soul? Just trying to assert dominance? Well, am I? You tell me. Oh, chill out. I don't like being on the spot, but I also don't like always being the one who puts others on the spot. People think less of me because of what I don't understand, but to that, I call upon my hunter roots and just say no. When all you're trying to do is defend or take advantage in a fight, then all you really have in the end is a fight. So let me just make this clear. Not apologize just because people like me are rare in Tokyo. I certainly don't get especially angry because of things other people can't tell me about at a glance, after all. I get you. I completely get you. Our situations may be different, but the way we feel about them is the same. People often feel pity for me because I work as a Dark Santa, a Punisher. And frankly, I'm tired of people regarding Dark Santas as a lower class compared to the other Santa occupations.
I've come to own that bitterness and misunderstandings are to my way. I've come to terms with being seen as a villain. And you're kind of the same situation, more or less, aren't you, Hippolytus? Amber suddenly chimes in, perfectly catching the train of thought that Hippolytus through.
Wide receive.
Oh, man.
But we can't relate everything. They can't relate to everything Hippolytus said. So much of it reminds him of his own experiences that, ironically, he finds himself deeply sympathizing.
I'm a little shocked, I must say. Never had anyone relate to me about this before. Krampus, allow me to say that I truly am pleased you've chosen to come here to set a guide for this event. Honestly, I'm pleased to have the chance to meet each and every single one of you. The last few days have been unforgettable. Honestly, I'm pleased I've had the chance. Fucking damn it. I saw something funny on the internet that completely broke my thought. And so that's why I've decided to step down as this workshop's instructor while these memories are still precious to us all.
What? Whoa!
What? How come? Steady Guy's... What? How come? Steady Guy's Valentines is still going on for a while. Fear not, I'm passing my duties along to ensure everything still proceeds as scheduled. And I'll still prepare materials. It's thanks to you all that the course can even stay afloat. I just don't want to cause any more trouble moving forward. Most importantly, I just feel that someone better be able to sympathize in matters of love would be better suited to lead.
Chat, I think I just fucked up my own throat, and like it's not even related to a dumb voice thing. I just did something stupid.
Ugh.
Shouldn't make any rash decisions.
Now just hold on.
Whoa. Chat, y'all good? Or are you frozen? Because you have not said anything in ages. Hang on, I'm refreshing. I was waiting for y'all to respond. That's why I got quiet for a second. I was like, damn, y'all not vibing.
Oh.
Only roughly, well, yeah.
Only roughly 1 more hour left in stream. Volk's commanding tone elapsed the objecting to Hippolytus' proclamation, grabbing everyone's attention. I want to be clear that I don't blame you for your hesitance, but if you quit now, let it be known I will never forgive you. You think you can just toss aside the responsibilities you agreed to? That's no way for a student body leader to act. Volk, I'm sure that lone wolf where you come would just tell you to do as you please, but you're dealing with the werewolf Czar now. When you're a wolf in charge of cubs, you feel your responsibilities to the bitter end, even if it kills you.
So many students when you teach them. That's what I said too, remember?
It's painful for him, though. I don't relish the idea of forcing him to do something he finds painful, but it's not always just about oneself.
Seeing Hippolytus' unexpected resignation, Volk's complete denial of it. The atmosphere in the room suddenly turns thick as pea soup.
Despite everyone there and being friends.
Can I say something, Hippolytus?
Go ahead. Back to meetings among the guild executives back in the Roppongi. Tekman Nakata looks around the room and tentatively raises his hand. I'm not you, and I'm no kind of genius or anything. I'm no kind of genius or anything, so I don't have the first clue of how to solve the problems you're having.
Honestly, I forgot how good the writing in Housamo can be sometimes. Like, fuck, man. Even going from Exit to Luffy to this, I'm like, damn, man, this is actually just really good. Like, this is just a good story. Shit.
But there's one thing I do know, and that's that losing and giving up are two totally different beasts. Any challenge worth its salt can be repeated again and again until you win. If you fail, you just pick yourself up and try again. In these last few days, you've been real close to the edge of the sumo ring. You've held your own and stayed inside. Huh. After all that, if you just give up and step out the ring on your own, it doesn't matter who you are. The crowd's gonna boo. I will support whatever you decide about this, so that be stepping aside, keeping at it, or some third option. Even if you become a villain in school's eyes, you'll have my sympathy, whatever that may be worth to you. You're so cool. We love Krampus. But as your student, there's one thing I need to tell you. Even if you don't understand love, you've been a great instructor. Totally agreed with Krampus, just in case. In my case, love wasn't a factor at all when I chose to join these workshops. Yo. You don't understand love? Heck, if there's a bunch of stuff I don't know either. And in business, that's why we're students, right? Yeah. The 3 students' assistants each offer words of encouragement and support to Hippolytus. Each of us individuals with their own thoughts. No matter how we may try, we'll never fully grasp the minds of others. It is up to you whether to accept the shortfall and continue, or if it's truly too much to bear and take to the sidelines. I've said it better myself. I mean, you know, make me stop. Settle those Pinkerton. Whoa, Eddie Wimage. Who said that right? I don't know what to say. Look, just take a look at this, Hippolytus. Requisitioned this from our executive committee this morning. I should have shown it to you from the start. I would have quoted concerns. I regret waiting so long to do so. Looks at the big box documents on the desk and removes the lid, giving me all a peek at what the papers inside. These surveys? Oh, she got all the positive feedback. Yay! Thanks to you, my proposal was successful. I was able to make up with my friend. My hospitalized relative was so happy. I want to be a florist in the future now. Wow, these are all uplifting. Way to go, Hippolytus!
Let's fucking go. That's nice.
Oh, look at the dates on these. Every one of them is from before Fuuri came. These are from your solo workshops.
That's what she said. Heh. What? But why? I was so obnoxiously absurd during those lessons. I drove everyone away. Aldous pages through the papers in the box, checking every response of survey response, eyes wide with incredulity. There were problems, not much can be denied, but it seems very many students really appreciated your tutelage regardless. There are problems, not much can be. Oh, what the fuck? I like how his little fucking, what are we gonna call that? What are we gonna call that? Little fucking hair strand. Ponytail? Whatever the fuck? Rat tail? Is this the reason you choose to retain Mr. Hippolytus as instructor, Volk, even after the initial fallout? Volk's answer to this question is quiet and contemplative, speaking of the deep sense of responsibility and emotional connection he feels towards such a guy Valentines. In Kitesh, where I'm from, we all share a desperate longing for springtime. The sun melts the piled snow, vegetation sprouts on the fertile soil, and the awakened animals wander the land. Spring is a season overflowing with the warmth of life, and the herald of its onset can be found in flowers. Hippolytus, you are the one who cultivates the land upon which the rests, ensuring the flower of spring blooms unabated. Not to say you cultivate it alone, but you're the source of others' inspiration to join in bringing spring to blossom. The evidence of this is right here, on these very surveys. Your efforts are recognized and appreciated by everyone you teach. If this is enough to convince you, then I'll do whatever it takes to fill that gap and make you reconsider stepping down. I, the Will of Czar, am not like Krampus, and I do not pay heed to being seen as a villain. Rather, I relish in it. I'm sorry, this is my own failing. Just wasn't prepared. Let's fucking go, bro! Paul just looks up from the survey to meet Volk's gaze. Wow, Paul just submitted defeat. Maybe you can trust. Maybe now you can trust the W. I can see that. I want to set aside everything that stood in my way and respond in kind to all of your sincere wishes. That having said, please give me some time to think about what to do with the workshops. It's not an easy decision. Oh, of course. Just listen without retort. Just wonder how I can continue to run the workshops with peace of mind when the threat of love potion is still looming. So I'm going to be awfully busy tomorrow between teaching and devising countermeasures against the Dark ABC force. Hope I can count on all of you to lend me a hand or 6. Yeah. Shouldn't it be 8? Because there's also, like, the protagonist here. I see, you're right. I'm right there with you. You really had me going there for a moment. You're just as psyched to continue the workshop as anyone. Oh, ain't you? I fucking misread that. But you're right. We're right. We can't just ignore what we've learned today. I'm with you till the bitter end, Hippolytus. But you're right, we can't just ignore— What? I fucking clicked, I know I did! I take it we're to hold a strategy meeting of sorts then. Well, I fear we don't have enough intel to prepare for the next move. How about we go on the offensive? We can make the next move ourselves. Plan around what we do now. Oh! The others all gather around you and take their seats, eager to hear what you have in mind. Although there's no workshop being held in this room today, room's abuzz with voices positively anyway. Voices and positivity anyway. All the way till sundown. That's cute. That evening in the same dormitory, you catch sight of Hippolytus from behind. That's what she said. Before you can even call out to him, he walks away from you towards the building's exit. Here's your footfalls approaching him, over, and turns to face you. Going out for a brisk night walk as well. That wasn't really a plan. Well, so you're that sounds nice. Give me a little kiss. Oh, Granny, no. It's not gonna like that. It's gonna kill you. Doesn't it though? Join me. Let's walk together. What did I say? I don't think that doesn't it though match the response, but whatever. It is what it is. You agree and follow Hippolytus out of the dorm. He leads you down the road a bit. That's honestly, damn. Chat, what do you think of the background CGs in Housamo? Because honestly, they are so fucking good. You agree and follow Hippolytus out of the dorm. He leads you down the road a bit until the main Setting Academy school building comes into view. President of the Horticulture Club. As president of the Horticulture Club, I've standing permission to come and go as I see fit, even at night. Use the card key to open the gate and lead you into the school proper, specifically into the Grand Fountain Plaza, which is fully visible from the outside, and proceeds to make their rounds to inspect each and every one of the flower beds, all of which are thoroughly and elegantly illuminated in the dark night. Let's not interrupt your sleep, little buds. Yep, you're all looking rather healthy today, thankfully. Say something to the flowers yourself. Hello! You're aiming to join the Horticulture Club, too, are you? Ugh. Having checked on all the flowers in the Grand Fountain Plaza, the two of you sit down on the nearby bench and take a short break. Still a bit chilly tonight, isn't it? In times like this, ta-da! I've got an insulated sports bottle full of herbal tea. Nice. Insulated sports bottle full of... Chat. Let's hello, Dreamy Dirk. What kind of alcohol would Hippolytus drink? Herbal beer? Hewitt's. Style beer brewed with herbs, roots, and flowers, and spices rather than hops. Huh. Yeah, he'd probably drink Gruit. That sounds like something he'd drink. Herbal beer. Why am I fucking looking at ordering alcohol online? Oh my god, $100 for alcohol? Damn, this shit's expensive. I just want some alky. Sangria. What's sangria, chat? I'm not actually familiar with it. Sangria is a traditional Spanish Portuguese punch made from red wine, chopped fruit like oranges, lemons, and apples, a sweetener, and a splash of liquor. There's brandy or orange liqueur. I kind of see it. I do kind of see it. Oh, he's nice. We like him. He's canonically asexual. Honestly, I do genuinely love about Housamo. How it really does take mixed gacha all the way and includes a lot of identities and stuff into it. You got gay characters, you got trans characters, you get women, lesbians, asexuals. It's very nice. And brought an extra cup just for you. Please have some while it's still warm. Thanks for all your help today. I'm sorry again for startling you. Must have really caught you by surprise, huh? Sorry for talking about all that earlier. Didn't intend to particularly, since you're our guest here at Setegai Academy. I just kind of naturally found myself going into it with you all. I have a tendency to get caught up in the moment sometimes. It's like all this popular fluff on the ground, just one spark and it'll ignite and spread like wildfire. Poplar fluff. Wait, what the fuck is poplar? That's like a real thing? Huh. So it is. I didn't even know what poplar. Oh, yeah, Poplar Street, that one Glass Animal song. Yeah, I had no fucking. Huh. Okay, that makes way more sense. Oh, that explains why oak is a thing. Okay, I never realized that. I didn't know poplars were a tree. So I was just like, well, that's just some dumbass fucking word Yu-Gi-Oh invented. Huh. That's fucking news to me. Shit. Found it all fascinating, personally. What? I don't know that I like. I don't know that I like that. I'm not very comfortable being an examination subject. I had no idea poplars are trees. Yeah. Yu-Gi-Oh! It's so cool that they made trees from Yu-Gi-Oh! Real. What? I don't know that I like that. I'm very comfortable being an examination subject. I'm just glad that despite everything I said earlier, we can still relax and have a leisurely conversation like this now. You blow in the cup of herb tea as it steams away into the night. Once it's cool enough, you take a sip. Take a sip. Blow in the cup of herb tea and take a sip. As you do so, Apollo simply looks up at the sky, examining the faintly visible stars twinkling above, before continuing his conversation, this time on a different subject. Chat! I'm out of sippy juice! Okay, I need to go and actually refill this because it's not only hot in here, but my voice is kind of getting hurty. Chat, what was it? Discuss more, like, fun facts and stuff that, you know, stuff like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards being named after trees and stuff. What are some other cool details from video games and stuff that, you know, like inspiration-wise? Might be a bit of a loaded question, but you have, like, a solid minute to think. I need, like, a solid minute to go refill my sippy juice. I can't believe they made trees from Mince Raft real. So I'm so thankful to Mojang for creating Mince Raft. Ugh. Anyway, BRB. It's hot as heck. Pineapple. Yeah, it is a pineapple. Yeah. Hippolytus is Greek. Oh, they're like, yeah, he's like very explicitly Greek. You weren't here for it, but they even have him doing like Pinkerton, which is like an ancient Greek martial art in the event. But there's actually a similar thing to the TF2. Actually, yeah, it might be coconut or whatever. Oh, damn, what is it? Yeah, TF2 coconut. They actually have something similar to the TF2 coconut in Guilty Gear Strive. Specifically, there's a file for Goku that, when deleted, breaks the entire fucking game. Like, the reason why is, at least from my understanding of it, the way it worked, the way Fighters was made, is that for a lot of universal mechanics, they didn't create animations for every character doing that. Instead, they created animations for Goku doing that, then told every other character to just copy Goku. Like, for walking, for example, characters like literally just copy Goku's walk. That's what they're doing. And they just kept that Goku file when they made Guilty Gear Strive, since it was made like right around the time Fighters since it was like made like using Fighters like a base. So there's still a Goku file in Strive, even if he's not in there, and deleting it just fucks up the entire game, because suddenly every character loses like basic parts of playability. I think they just lose the ability to like walk, dust, all that shit. Like, we'll walk and jump and all that shit. Like Bryce, one of the dateable dergs from what? Oh yeah. What kind of fucking name is Bryce for a dragon? Get out of here. I mean, not necessarily. Goku isn't actually in the game. It's really just a file named Goku. And everyone was saying such kind things about me, I couldn't help but think back to my time in Olympus. Back then, everyone around me would fall in love, worry, fight, break up, and then console one another, day in and day out. Sometimes dear friends would wax on about their romantic escapades, and I sincerely wished I could join in. Of course, I never could. Didn't want to see it as a weakness or failing on my part. So that's what prompted me to take the stance I did. The stance that I wasn't the odd one out. It was everyone else. I got transported to Tokyo. Once I left my world and came to Tokyo, I thought I'd put a lid on those feelings, but I wound up cracking them open again. Just want everyone to have the same chance as everyone else, though. That's really all there is to it. Yeah, it is Super Saiyan Goku. Like at least in Fighters, the default Goku is actually like I want to say rough, yeah, end of Z Goku. He has Super Saiyan 3 as like his level 3, doesn't he? Yeah, base Goku is actually copying Super Saiyan Goku. Like quite literally, everyone in Fighters is like technically just copying Goku. Quite honestly, I'm not sure I even fully understand why I feel this the way I do, or even exactly what these feelings are. Am I really just incapable of feeling love toward another, or do I just not quite know how? So, as Takumi Nakata suggested, I think I'm going to take some time to reflect on this. It should do me well. Understand, Hippolytus. Just take one step at a time. Everyone sure, call me. Hippolytus gently smiles in response to your kind words. Thank you, I like them. I like that you don't seem to pity me or act like I'm some sort of basket case. You just accept me for who I am, and I stay in my corner. As a result, you're like a rock for me to lean on. Even though I'm preoccupied with finding myself, you still happily give me the time of day. Maybe if it were with someone like you, I just might. All this shares off, tracked by his own idle thoughts, what the future might be like for him. Evil watermelons. There's evil watermelons in this? There's evil watermelons in Volos' event, I know that for sure. Can't seem to make up his mind as if such a thing might actually be possible, though, or just wants to stay deep down.
or is just what he wants to say deep down. And either way, he can't quite find the words to express it. Don't constantly begin to imagine much the same with his that eye of the future name in mind. He decides to take initiative and continue his thought yourself. And be able to find your own way? Find your own way. Strike back. Get them out of your way. You don't care if it long brings a little sacrifice. Strike back. Out of your way. Don't melt in the world. Find your own way. Ugh. You know, the thing about Guilty Gear is that it will really spoil you on video game soundtracks. It's like you'll play any, like not even just other fighting games, you'll play fucking anything else and going, oh wow, this is the soundtrack that's praised so much? This? Yes, that's exactly right. I believe that with your help, I can find the right way forward for myself. I'll just chat. You know what's hilarious? That when fighters are getting revived. You know what's the first fucking character they're making? The first character they're making DLC for reviving fighters. It's fucking Goku again. That means there's base Goku, Super Saiyan Goku, Blue Goku, fucking what was his name? GT Goku. Goku Black. I feel like I'm missing some. And well, now Daima Goku. Red Goku? Yeah. Super Saiyan 4 Daima Goku. Now we only need one more Goku, and you can legitimately have an all Goku versus all Goku team, and none of them using the same fucking character. What yellow stuff? Yeah. Bardock doesn't count. That's not a Goku. That's his dad. No, the Bardock they have in Fighters came before he got retcon in Super. Oh, the gates? Yeah, that yellow stuff are like the gates that people get summoned through. Like in that first chapter. Oh, those yellow lines? Yeah, I think those are new, just for like Valentine's events or some shit. I don't know. Altus caps up the now empty sports bottle and rises from the bench. Yeah. I do think the retcon could have been handled better. Because honestly, I do find Bardock to be like a fascinating character. Is that like, cause he's just like, yeah, but it's like, is Super Bardock really different enough to be a new character? He like dresses the exact fucking same. Oh, other events have them? Shit, I don't know. Let's forget about all this serious talk. Time to switch myself out of Forest Guardian mode. Thank you for joining me. Sorry to keep you in the chill air for so long. We should head back to the students' dorms for either of us catch a cold. You know what? Well, alright. Aside from Moro and Granola. Fuck, man. Alright, chat. What are some characters you hope get added to Fighters? Because there are some fucking obvious ones. There's the fucking superhero androids. There's Cell Max. There's Granola, Moro. Fucking... Who else was it? There was like one more motherfucker. Nearest. You know, chat, it's weird that I know this much about Dragon Ball when I don't particularly like Dragon Ball all that much. Like, yeah, it's a good series, but I wouldn't even put it in like my top 10, and I wouldn't call it one of my faves. Altus swipes his card key once more, and the two of you leave the school building behind. Topo. Some people were surprised Topo didn't get in his DLC. Behind you, the flowers in the bed sway in the night breeze, illuminated beautifully around the fountain that seems to somehow bear without throngs of students. It's missed.
Beerus is already in the game. I said Miris, the apprentice angel.
And further beyond still, within the school building, a single theory and yet stirs. This is your base of operations, then? I certainly didn't expect it to just be a simple lab. In plain sight, I suppose.
Wow,
You fucking... Welcome to the Dark ABC Force. We've been expecting you, Masanori Daikoku Iamura.
betrayal.
Not your ego, Vegeta.
That's assuming that, well, right, they did. I'm guessing something about that whole manga. One of the big issues is, one of the big reasons why manga stuff doesn't show up in Dragon Ball games is because technically a different company, the manga and anime are owned by like different companies, and it's like a huge fucking hassle to get those two things to interact. I mean, when Dragon Ball is primarily written, it's very hard to get like Miris and Beerus confused. Written out, especially when it's probably written out in kanji that are like not even remotely similar.
What kind of person is the most attractive there can possibly be? You turn back now to several months before the Steady Guy Valentine's event. I must admit to wondering what question could possibly be so important as to cost the great Perun and its tracks to ask it. I see, it's related to a presentation for the upcoming research competition at the Agricultural Academy then. Excuse my rudeness, agricultural prosperity is one of my deepest passions. If I may interject, is being the most attractive truly relevant to agriculture, Perun? My deepest apologies to you as well for the interruption. You may think me as a colleague of his. You ask, Smoky God, even though you know the answer. Very well then. Agriculture, you see, is at its core the study of breeding.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
Most desirable plants are chosen to reproduce, nurtured and accordingly, and tasked with spreading their seed.
Don't fucking say that.
Essentially, it's a fight to see which can maintain its own existence, its own lineage, furthest into the future.
Oh my god. The fact that they're reanimating Battle of Gods for the third time is hilarious. So I do look forward to seeing Battle of Gods actually be animated well in TV format.
It should be taught to the students. It's really a question that speaks to you in particular, Smoky God. No? To either of us, I'd say I don't wish to brag, but neither of us is lacking when it comes to appeal.
These niggas got bitches.
And I believe you've already answered your question quite sufficiently. The question quite sufficiently. It's a struggle for survival, as you say. I promise to leave a part of oneself to future generations, much as I leave my own thoughts. Precisely, my young agricultural protege. Thus, it's only natural for the most attractive, most desirable to thrive. It's a secret to eternal youth and longevity. That is the revolutionary work I intend to leave behind. Two figures pass the courtyard to the Guy Academy. One of them moves briskly, face clenched in expression, stalwart and exuding an air of tension.
Whoa, spoopy. You good, Brosif?
That individual must be thinking of a loved one, certain of how or when to express their feelings, but desiring more than anything to do so nonetheless.
Bonked my mic. Oh no!
Almost immediately after I get up from the bench to leave the premises, he leads his companion there and two of them sit.
After I? fuck? Is the narrator a person? What the fuck? That's the first time? Huh. God, I know I just literally said it before, but the background CGs in this game are gorgeous. Oh, right, I do mean to look. I was wondering where the fuck everything is. It's a common sight at this time of year. One needn't look far around the school to see those enjoying the winter campus events. Be it as friends, as family, or lovers. That's no perspective, I guess. Just within sight of this very spot, there are countless couples visible, all of whom have been dating for quite some time. Speak few words yet to convey the heavy emotion. And beyond the throngs of well-established couples, one pair proceeds to the grand fountain, somewhat awkwardly holding hands all the way. No doubt, love born, it's set to guise valentines. Another group of three poses for pictures in front of the courtyard statuary. Mostly friends. Wait, I see. Here in Tokyo, love takes so many different forms, doesn't it? Wow, polycules! Damn. Honestly, you know what? I might do more. I am definitely actually covering more Housamo events. Because, god damn it. I forget how good Houssamo's writing actually is sometimes. Because it's been so long since I last covered a Housamo event. Like, I forgot that this is like a gacha game hard carried by its writing. Seeing all this intimacy and closeness really takes me back. I had a partner myself. Oh yeah, I was definitely talking about Sonori. But through my own error, that relationship came to an abrupt end. Chad, did you know the second book in the Hakenden thingy got translated kind of fairly recently? I think like a year ago. At a point, and Shira Thruple. I don't know who those people are. So many fond memories of my youth continue to stir within me, however. Memories of a former worldview turned completely upside down. What are you talking about, man? I could not protect my partner from the beast that took on my father's form. It's a really rather hackneyed when spoken aloud, like something out of a bad soap opera. Don't worry, Masanori, I still think you're goated. Yeah, Chad. No matter how cruelly I was treated, nor how deeply I was hurt, I could not bring myself to doubt my father. I think part of me has felt that way since I'd always felt that a child's duty. Felt that's a child's duty as repayment, as gratitude for an upbringing. Jesus. And so, as naturally as a scripted event in a drama, I simply took him at his word that my partner had been unfaithful to me. Even having realized that what a mistake it was down the line, it was too late by then. It was already done. No words of apology could repair it. Oh. Yeah. I think Masanori's lore involves his ex-wife committing suicide. I'm responsible for my partner's life being scattered to the wind. I'm responsible for the loss of what should have been an eternal bond of love and dedication. I turned my back on the reality, on
an instance proven to my partner's very life itself. Oh my gosh. What remained afterward was a question. How should I, now burdened with the sin, live my life moving forward?
God. No wonder Masanori's so fucking depressing. His whole life is depressing. God. You've been a very depressing man. You've drinking the depresso espresso, deservedly so. Should not have given my life alongside my partners at that time? God damn, man. Fucking wow. So I'm not the happiest fish in the pond, are you?
How was I to express my unwavering feeling toward my father and my partner now?
You had a bad dad, Daddy-o.
I lost both of them at once and I was left merely seeking answers, even after departing from my homeland. On arriving in Tokyo, I consumed myself with literature, poring over tomes from far and wide, past and present, to uncover what it truly means to be unwavering. My goal was to find stability in an unstable world, and I was not to rest until I'd done so. My father should have loved me. My partner, who did love me, both were gone now. I felt as though there's nothing left in this world that I could or should believe in anymore. Perhaps because of this that I began to formulate plans of an extreme revolution. I would turn this ugly world on its head and paradoxically prove to everyone the true worth of that which is eternally unchanging and unwavering. That being, this is natural for those who've become to despise. The world will always seek either to I need to wait for this to be finished. Seek to sequester themselves away from it or to effect a drastic change within it. Myself incredulous, I withdrew from society, and today, as always, we gaze upon others, observing them with great interest. Displays of love and companionship. That's so stress-inducing. In conclusion I've reached from these observations, it's all fickle.
Fucking big boy words. What the shit does that mean?
Extemporaneous. Extemporaneous?
Extemporaneous.
Spoken or done without preparation.
Oh, cool.
In fleeting, or to put it simply, it is not unwavering. Unwavering love does not exist.
Sounds like Cope from the Masa Man. I clicked the wrong thing.
Which only furthers my conviction that this world must undergo a revolution. Valentine's Crossroads re-release. Episode 5. 5 words from the heart. What is he? Masanori walks to the Setegai Academy campus in the middle of the night. Destination is the research building beyond the Grand Fountain. He stops for about a moment in front of the door at the end of the hall on the ground floor, at which point someone inside quietly opens it and beckons him in.
How'd he find out their room? I'm guessing it's the Dark ABC.
This is your base of operations then. Some didn't expect it to just be some hidden in plain sight, I suppose. The walls of the room are lined with shelves containing various chemicals and other laboratory equipment, along with another door leading to a reference room where experimental results are kept.
Aha, welcome to the Dark ABC Force. I've been expecting you, Masanori Daikoku Inamura. Damn, say my full name. What are you, my mother? Hmm.
I'm a bit surprised though. And it's not that flighty club president, but his assistant who came to hear us out.
Hey, beggars can't be choosers.
Not surprised. He's just a better judge of character is all.
Why do you fucking still talk like that? They're just gonna be his gimmick forever?
For ABC Force members in the reference room seem to be in high spirits. Welcome Masanora with good humor and open arms.
No, I think I know what event you're talking about, but that's a different guy. I'm pretty sure you're thinking of Volos's event. That's a beach event. Oh, evil watermelons? If you say so.
What a shame that our compatriot cannot make a better headway, but to be expected, he was our weakest little soldier. But still a valid part of his station.
Welcome back, comrade.
Wouldn't be here without Masanori's help, I thought. I was done for when I was being led off to the interrogation room. I would have expected you, of all people, to see our point of view, but we are very pleased to have you on our side.
Oh, imagine getting insulted right before you're not dead. Oh shit! Only like 20 minutes left. Gotta hurry up.
Your impassioned pleas back to the workshop room stirred something within me and got me thinking. People's hearts wander, and particularly in the case of love, there's never guarantee that those feelings will last. It's better to stage a revolution than submit oneself to the whims of uncertainty forever, wavering between bliss and worry. That and that alone is what brought me here.
Those are earnest eyes, that passionate speech. I Valence.
I haven't seen such content. I don't get what that's supposed to be. Such contentment before. I am fully convinced of your sincerity. It has been some time since I've met another who so clearly understands our aim. Yes, our futures are brighter than ever now.
He's such a goth vibe.
The other members seem to share in the leader's delight at having found someone else who apparently shares their vision so much sooner than anticipated, no less.
They're fucking bad guys, I guess.
Masanori remained silent, worriedly asserting the situation, considering his next move for a few moments before finally opening his mouth. What's he going to say? If you'd care for my advice, I'm going to suggest you all stay in the shadows for a while and continue your research in secret.
Yeah, their plan was bad.
I believe it highly probable to assume that security will be much tighter now that the Executive Committee is aware of you. In fact, I freed your companion from holding will likely result in a campus-wide search for him, unfortunately.
Those meddlesome committee members. Yeah, we may have no choice but to perfect our position using only what we've gleaned. Perfect our potion using only what we've gleaned. Well, we should be able to manage that. We've collected an awful lot of data already, right?
I may be so bold to pose a question to you all.
Did you actually think this shit through?
Do you have any other safe houses or hideouts aside from this one? As I said, there will likely be a campus-wide manhunt. While hiding in plain sight has its advantages, there is every reason to believe you will be found if you remain here. Uh-oh.
Yeah, these people really did not think this through, did they?
Somebody makes a wide gesture indicating the conspicuousness of the room. Sorry, we see force members look at each other and nod collectively. There's no need to worry about that, my little co-conspirator. Let us reveal you our true hideout.
Hey, do you have your materials at the ready? Then let's have a great session today and really make some progress. With a big smile on his face and much more chipper disposition than the day before, Hippolytus energetically addresses the students. In response to that prompt, the students each take their materials in hand and begin working on their masterpieces. Yay! By the day off, the students are all busy with themselves just as they had in all previous workshop days, moving their hands in time with the rhythm of their hearts. Like it's a productive day. I hope you're okay, Hippolytus. I went over to Hippolytus to see if there's any sign of stress or anxiety, but he seemed to just dutifully and cheerfully answering the questions. Hell yeah! But as best as you can tell, he's not struggling with anything. He's merely providing guidance to the students smoothly and without incident. After some time, a new hand shoots up from amongst the students. Hippolytus is closest, so he walks over to provide assistance. Hey, Teach, I'm planning on giving this flower to a box. I'm planning on giving this here flower box I'm making to a friend of mine. Yeah. Looking to take our friendship to the next level, see, and what I'm wondering is if this will get that message across. What do you think? Oh, that's why you've based your theme around this particular flower, is it? Excellent choice, I'd say. My first piece of advice is simply to relax. You've done splendid work thus far. You have no need to fear. Full marks from me. As for whether or not I can convey the message you intended to, let's say we ask one of my assistants about that. Without breaking his stride and losing his cool. Oh my god, goated! Hippolytus definitely handles a question I might have previously thrown him and beckoning you over to take care of the rest. It's perfect answer on his part. Addressing everything he himself is capable of addressing with grace and care before delegating the parties uncertain to another. Let's see what I can do for you. Hey there, love guru, at your service. Rather than the freezing in place and distancing himself from you as you answer the student's question, Hippolytus stands right by your side and listens intently to your advice himself. Thank you so much for your insight. Oh my, I see another hand over there. Coming, Mrs. Nori, may I have your assistance with this one? But of course, though I may say, you seem in particularly good spirits today, Mr. Hippolytus. I shall have to take a page from your book and put a bit more pep myself as well. Now then, what's your question? Snorri is far the only one to notice the surprising change in Hippolytus' attitude. Christ, did you spike his drink? Did someone spike his drink with meth? He's way too chipper. Looking around, you can see Krampus, Taichikun, Takamine all looking bewildered as well. Hippolytus is really putting on his best face today. It's like he's shaking off all his problems. Really hardly be able to tell how worried he was yesterday about today's class. Guess I better start focusing up too. Amazing, teacher's amazing. Teacher's positively shining today. That must be that irresistible aura Volk was talking about. Makes me especially glad I joined this workshop. Gotta be sure I think everybody back in Roppongi wants to return. Doesn't seem like he's just faking it. They seem legitimate. That means we're able to get through to him. Goes to show it doesn't matter if it's for a friend, family, or somebody you love. It's just important to express your feelings. It's not just those three, but all the students in the workshop, even when they see Hippolytus walking around and genuinely connecting with them, it warms their hearts. You really okay, Hippolytus? Workshop? Yeah. Of course I am, I assure you. I'm not just putting on airs here, nor am I pushing myself. It's my anime today. Sometimes merely putting into words that what's stowing within you can make all the difference. Yeah, it's got a dragon on it. Honestly, fuck, who's Krampus' artist? Because they did a very good job. All that time foolishly concerned with asserting dominance or being dominated. Perhaps he's finally evaluated himself and learned where his defiances lie. Learn to entrust others with those tasks. Okay, whether the case, he's finally come to realize that in order for the workshop to succeed, we must all do our parts. See, you've come to regard a junior club as one dear to you. In that case, let me help you make that arrangement the best it can possibly be, so they regard it as their most treasured possession. What is it precisely they want this gift to say to your beloved? Can select just start? Would you mind bringing me all the reserve materials from this supply case? I'd like you to pay close attention as I teach the steps required for this class, Fury. The county will need to provide the support needed, though of course I'll still be here if you should have any trouble. Roger. Standing with the students, you listen carefully to Hippolytus' instructions and make a series of mental notes. Very carefully consider the abilities of students and their pace, and you take into account how comfortable you, the assistant, are with the information. It's goated! With this expert tutelage, the seminar concludes a day without incident, and you and the others cheerfully sing off the students as they exit the room, one by one. No, they're not a narwhal. We're not really sure what they are, but they do wear masks. Maybe some sort of chimera, some shimera. Oh, it's done. Thank you so much for your help, everyone. I feel like it was the most successful workshop yet.
Sure seemed that way. Yeah, your energy level was off the charts today, Mr. Hippolytus. The person sitting next to me was really moved by your answer back to the question there. To the question, learned a lot from it too. Nice work, Teach.
Oh, stop! You're embarrassing me. You're addressing me like that, like a teacher. It's gonna give me a big head.
Hey, what's the problem? Talking about you like you're a teacher. You are one. Just means we respect you.
Teacher, teacher. Take in the good vibes. Ugh. Maybe they were a narwhal. I have no fucking idea.
It's all smiles today as the workshop concludes on a high note and everyone chats, jokes, and jabs like old friends. It's enough to make you forget about the looming threat. I do wish we could continue chatting like this forever, but regrettably, there's still an important matter to be discussed. Yeah, those ABC creeps, come to think of it though, they didn't seem to do nothing in today's class, huh? Maybe the fact that there weren't any disturbances means they gave up? I mean, that guy did get beat pretty bad. Did you receive any messages from Volk, was it? The guy reporting to the representing the executive committee? Fuck! Actually, I did. Seems our ABC force members captured yesterday somehow got away late last night. What?
Bam, 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 bam. Masanori, you evil butthead.
For a scuffle, it's my understanding he was taking the holding room in the school for...
Why does the school have that?
One of the guard posts out...
Why does the school have that?
After a certain point, he simply wasn't in there anymore.
Is there an escape tunnel or something?
Another member broke him out. He got away before he could learn anything about their organization or where it meets. What do we do? The workshop's already over for the day. Do we split up and search the school ground?
I'm like trying to find a haystack and a needle.
Gotta be some clues you can work with, right?
I don't think we should just blindly sweep the campus. Diving in aimlessly with no plan never yields good results. You've been kind of quiet. What would you suggest as a mentalist?
Well, I'll start with my general conclusion. I don't believe it would be wise to search for our escapee at this time. For if we were to do so without any leads to guide our hunt, he may take that as an opportunity to go deeper into hiding. I believe our best bet is to play dumb and go about business as usual, as long as Hippolytus' wreaths remain effective. Yeah, but we just sit on our hands. We won't also give them and the rest of the gang an opportunity to go deeper into hiding? I feel the chances of that are slim. From what we've seen, their group intends to upset the status quo within the school, no? Additionally, if they truly are mixing a love potion, they would need to requisition the equipment necessary to do so. I see, so what you're saying is they're unlikely to go into hiding so long as there's still data or materials they need. But if we start snooping around trying to catch them, they could just bail on the idea and run off with whatever they've got now. So wait till they give us an opening. That's the idea, yes. The only question is, will they give us one at all? Can't deny how vexing it is to hold back and wait for them to make the next move. But if we rush this, we're bound to err. Meaning all we can really do for the moment is prepare for tomorrow while keeping an eye out for anything suspicious. That's right. Just make sure to keep all our lines of communication open and remain ever vigilant.
Wow, that's so annoying. Hippolytus, need any help lifting stuff or anything? Got a lot of pent up energy. I want to let out. That's what she said.
Yeah, I won't be able to settle it down until I do something physical. I want to do laps around campus or something. I'll come with you, Taka Minikata. There'll be club members out running at this time day too, so we shouldn't stick out. I believe I'll turn in a bit early then. If that means it's all the same, I'm quite tired and still sorting through everything in my head.
Take care of yourself, Masanori. Snori, are you hiding something?
Long enough said I weren't. But what I'm pontificating is intel not yet substantial enough to share, I feel. You seem exhausted yourself, however, so would you care to walk back to the dorm with me? If Spike could do you well.
Oh my gosh, then he's going to drug me with a potion.
With that, the group breaks for that night, and you all go your separate ways. The evening and night progresses without any contact from any of your companions to indicate any new developments. In the following morning, a new day begins. The uneventfulness of the previous day looming large in mind, almost conspicuous in its quietude. We'll meet for breakfast, which concludes similarly without incident, then make our preparation of the day and arrive at the workshop room. Just like the previous day, there are no surprises or interruptions. The seminar concludes on a high note, and all is peaceful. Day after 2 proves to be yet another ordinary day. So the Guy Valentine's event continues, and everything goes well. A fine night to you all. How are things? Hours later, at Sentigai Academy, Masanori arrives alone at a certain undisclosed location. Soon enough, you should all be able to leave the safe room beneath the lab. Time in hiding nears its end. Thanks to you, our work has been able to progress unabated. Tomorrow, our dearest wish may come yet to pass. The potion is in its final stages of production. So ideally, we'd be able to test it on human subjects before deploying. Your assistance in keeping the workshop staff and executive committee off our tails is the reason we made it this far. Lin, truly, you've been a blessing to us in these troubled times. Yes, the revolution is at hand. We shall take the fruit of our labor and flip Setagai's views on love like a table. That is where we'll be in stream chat. I don't know. It lasts an unspecified amount of time. That's one of the advantages of not telling you things. You can just kind of vibe. Where are the cameras when you need them? Presumably not in that secret underground hideout. It'd be weird if there were. Good stream, thank you. So, any final thoughts? Anything you'd like to say, chat? Nothing to say? Well, bye. Thank you for the buzz. Ugh. So, chat. I'm not sure when I'll be streaming. Maybe I'll just keep an eye out to find out when I'll be streaming next. I might stream tomorrow. I might not. It's to be found out later. Don't forget to like and Indeed and Ko-fi and Patreon. It should be in the description. It might not be. I didn't really check before making this stream. But it is what it is. Also, don't forget to log into the Wolfia website and get your free whatchamacallit, when you play it. But thank you for being here, Percy, Jackson Wonka, Carlos Montiel, Hoon Trend, Dreamy Durg, Mason Gullet. Anyone else? Am I forgetting anyone? Boop, 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 boop. Good old days. They're still here. Yeah. Do be sure to like and subscribe and Patreon. Thank you all for watching. As always, this is your host Fuuri, signing out. Bye! Almost forgot to type it.